Programs are here to develop talents and teamwork skills. So get out and play. Check out all the sports and get signed up at sgcityrec.org.
At Findlay Subaru, we win for our customers. From the first handshake to you driving off the lot, our team runs the perfect game plan every time. Score your next Subaru at Findlay Subaru, 1453 Sunland Drive, on the saving side of the freeway.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Find us online at shopwilkinsons.com or come in and see what's new. 88 East, 1160 South, just off Main.
Hi there, Dr. Cody Johnson from Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. Just like any good sports team needs a game plan, your child's dental health needs one too. Call us or check us out online. Don't forget to ask for our new patient special. Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, keeping your kids' teeth in championship form.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
At Great Harvest, we believe in crafting more than just bread. We provide crisp, garden-fresh salads and savory sandwiches. Everything from garden-fresh ingredients to our signature handcrafted bread. Our friendly staff will guide you to find a meal that will leave you craving seconds. At Great Harvest, we truly provide something for everyone. And don't forget our baked goods. Satisfy your sweet tooth and finish your meal with a brownie or cinnamon roll. Come visit us at Great Harvest.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the...
Hello? Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Aloha, sports fans. It's Boo Boo and Nick from Honolulu Grill.
Come get a taste of the islands. Try our famous Kahlua pork or tender teriyaki chicken, and you'll love our mac salad and sweet sauce on your rice.
Don't forget to try our original Kava 8 at Honolulu Grill. It's game time.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the Cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that could make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
Today's game is brought to you by Boulevard Home, Findlay Subaru, House of Joan, Bucks Ace Hardware, and City of St. George Recreation.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on in. It is our Boulevard Home game of the week on a Friday night from Pineview High School. The Panthers hosting the red-hot Cedar Reds, and we are in for a showdown tonight. Caden Formaster here, Devin Dixon with you in the broadcast booth tonight. And Devin, we really are in for a great game. The Cedar Reds have started off the season really hot. Pineview's right there in the mix in Region 9. It's going to be a fun one tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, I think Cedar has to be one of the biggest surprises right now. They're the only team left undefeated. No question. People are like, okay, can they keep it rolling? And when we saw this game tonight, we were like, we got to be there. You've seen Cedar. I haven't. I'm really excited to see them. They got some dudes. They got some gritty grinders on this team, and I'm really excited to see what Coach Larson and the Reds bring to Pineview High School tonight. Pineview's got some nice wins under their belt. They're 2-2 in region play. Got a couple nice splits with Hurricane and Desert Hills, so they're off to a solid start. I know overall-wise, maybe not where Coach Kyler Walker thought they would be right now, but region play, that's where you really separate yourself. And if you are one of the top 4 teams in Region 9 baseball, you're one of the favorites to win a state championship. So right now, every game matters. This is already, for Pineview, just their 3rd series in region play, so kind of approaching that halfway point. If they could sweep a 4-0 Cedar team, they would kind of make a big-time statement, and it all starts tonight here at home.
Yeah, statements are going to be made one way or the other, right? So if Pineview comes in and they can win this game here tonight, they can say, hey, we just took off the one team that's left undefeated. And they also took down Desert Hills, which was looking to be one of the number one teams in the state of Utah. Plus, as we mentioned, just some good series overall. And then you look at what Cedar's doing right now. Their statement could be made in this series against Pineview. If they were to go out there and sweep this series against the Panthers, then that statement's being made to say we're the top dogs in Region 9 and we're the team to beat right now, which is, again, not where anyone expected these guys to be. But this team is gritty. They play great defense, and the bats have been really hot as well for the Reds. So we're going to get into all of that and more coming up right now inside of the pregame show brought to you by Sport Court. Check out Sport Court and their $5,000 scholarship. Nominations are open right now. Go to the Fan Sports Network website or to sportcourtofsouthernutah.com to check out the $5,000 scholarship for student athletes across Southern Utah. It's a pretty cool deal.
Hey, nominations end in like 2 weeks, April 30th, 2.5 weeks. So if you have a kid that plays any varsity sport, has a 3-point GPA, and wants $5,000 to go to school and chase college sports, go apply. Coaches, parents, athletes, you can nominate yourself. But hurry, because you only got a couple weeks left to nominate those high school seniors.
Absolutely. That's, again, our sponsor for the pregame show here today. And as we mentioned before, with both Pineview and Cedar, both off to great starts here. But let's take a look at some of the stuff that really matters, and that goes down to how are these teams doing in the batter's box, right? How are they doing at getting on base? Those are some of the things that, of course, the fans like to see, is a good swing and bat and getting those runs across the board. So both of these teams right now aren't doing too bad, honestly. I mean, there have been some decent scoring from both sides, and most recently you look at the streak that Cedar is on, and they've had 13 runs, 8, 6, 5, 7, 6. I mean, so they're getting some runs on the board. It's not just like a 2-1 win. They're getting some good runs going.
They are. As a team, they are hitting .297. Now, the league leader is Snow Canyon, over .370 right now.
Which is wild.
And they're swinging with Cade Kelch and Trayvon. But, hey, what's the pitching doing? Opportunistic, runners in scoring position. A lot of variables in baseball. Sometimes it comes down to the execution and the sac bunt or the sac fly at the right time. And so, you know, if you're hitting over 300 going to the state tournament, that's a pretty good team batting average. And, you know, Cedar's knocking on that door, .297. Pineview's just a little bit below them at .284. So I'm guessing we're going to have some key hits. And, I mean, the pitching matchup was always really interesting tonight. And you got Corey, who's an upperclassman, versus Bale, who's an underclassman, a freshman. So I'm really intrigued by this pitching matchup, along with the great lineups hitting the baseball.
Yeah, the pitching matchup is going to be interesting, especially considering the fact that there is a freshman on the mound with as we mentioned, with Bale. So, Preston Bale, his first start in a varsity game, which I think is pretty impressive. And this is a team that's struggled at throwing strikes. That's going to be a key to this game as well, is throwing strikes. So we'll see if the youngster can do it.
Yeah, nerves are going to be a factor. Adrenaline, you want to be on the edge but not over the edge. You want to hit your spots, but you can't serve up meatballs. This kid has Pineview blood flowing through his vein. And, you know, sometimes when you're a freshman, we've seen over the years, freshmen come up big in Region 9. And if you're ready, you're ready. And I love that the coach is rolling him out tonight. Of course, Kyler Walker not on the bench tonight, got ejected in the last game, so he's probably watching our live stream. Hi, Coach. We've seen some ejections this year. We've seen some craziness, but that's what makes this region so good at baseball. And you go back to 2013, the last time a non-Region 9 team won a state championship. Every night is a battle. Every night feels like a state championship series, and I expect no different tonight.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's going to be a lot of fun to see these two teams going head-to-head, as Region 9 is just a powerhouse in baseball, and these guys prove it night in and night out. We're getting ready to step aside. We're going to be taking a break coming up. We'll come back with some keys to the game brought to you by City of St. George Recreation. And then we'll be getting into the first pitch coming up as well. That is all on the other side of the break here with the Fan Sports Network and our Boulevard Home Game of the Week.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Find us online at shopwilkinsons.com or come in and see what's new. 88 East, 1160 South, just off Main.
Flynn Group plays to win. From commercial to residential projects, we deliver the total building envelope. Roofing, glazing, and architectural metals. Championship quality every time. Flynn Group, we've got you covered.
At Grass Creek Construction, they put their heart and integrity into every build. Their team is committed to delivering top-quality commercial projects that stand out. Integrity is their competitive edge. Building with passion, building with purpose, proud sponsor of local sports.
We Win Injury Law was launched with a desire to help people win the cases that they can't win on their own. Hiring a personal injury lawyer who knows what to do is key to getting everything they deserve as a result of that wrong.
Today's game is brought to you by Honolulu Grill, Wilkinson's House of Lighting, Appliance Wholesalers Plus, Everbowl, and Best Friends Animal Sanctuary.
Back at it here, our Boulevard Home game of the week. Pineview High School, Cedar, get ready to go head-to-head here. Pineview, wearing the Grays at home. If this were the MLB, this would be unheard of. But in high school, do what you want. Have fun.
Dig it. I dig it. I like the Grays with the maroon numbers, and field looks great tonight. Oh, my goodness. Got that big Panthers logo right there in straightaway center field. Now, wind is blowing out.
Yeah.
Caden, we could see, if you hit something to left center, we could get some flyaway baseballs here because it's about a 15-20. And it's supposed to calm down about within the next hour as the sun gets close to setting. But for this first 3-4 innings, we might have a nice tailwind for these hitters.
Yeah, it's very possible. So we'll see what they can do, especially with the Cedar Reds coming up, batting fairly well, starting lineup coming up in just a moment as well. But first, let's get to our City of St. George Recreation keys to the game, Devin.
Yeah, I mean, for Pineview, it's the freshman. It's Bale. You know, the nerves, the adrenaline, the first career start. Now, he has pitched 2 varsity innings, and I think you got to look to him as a key factor. Can he give you 4? Can he give you 5? Can he go the whole way? So pitching is a premium. And then, you know, you got to look at, you know, key hits and key situations. You know, in region, they've had some moments. They had the walk-off 9-8 win the other night against Hurricane where Bates hit that double and scored the game-winning run. You got to have big plays at big moments in baseball, execute the game plan. Also going to be key. And then the other key is, like, how did the Pineview Panthers react without their skipper and a couple of other assistant coaches as well, not in the dugout tonight? So we'll have to keep an eye on that. And then for Cedar, I think it's, you know, the top of the order. I mean, Carson Duncan, he's my Finley Subaru Star Watch player tonight, hitting .393. I want to see production from the top of the order. And then for Cedar, you know, look at Corey. And can Corey, you know, get you some Ks, get you some punch-outs? Can he work out of trouble? Can he command the plate, work ahead in the pitch count? Those are going to be some keys for the Cedar Reds, who are a scrappy bunch. Really excited to see what happens tonight.
Keys brought to you by City of St. George Recreation. And let's get on into the batting lineup here, brought to you by Best Friends Animal Sanctuary in Kanab, Utah. Every animal deserves a loving home, and you can take home yours at bestfriends.org. Leading off is going to be Colton Johnson, the catcher, as he steps up to the plate and takes that first pitch inside for ball 1. On deck is going to be Kean Carroll. Carson Duncan is in the hole, batting third. 1-0 count. Let's make it 2-0 as that one goes high and away.
Johnson hitting .333 this year. He's your table setter, 18 hits, 13 RBI.
Pitch goes outside, 3-0 to start. And this is, again, where the keys to the game for Pineview come into play. Throw, strikes, throw to the zone, right? Try to throw it, pitch to contact. We'll see what the young man can do here. 3-0 goes outside, walks the first batter.
Yeah, and that's the nerves, right? Like, scared to serve one up, kind of staying away with that fastball. Didn't really go to the off-speed pitch much and couldn't find the zone. So you got to believe he's going to settle in, but you got to believe the nerves are real. I mean, this kid doesn't even have his driver's license yet.
Yeah, he's maybe a few years away
from a driver's license. I bet
he's
less nervous to pitch than drive a car, especially if it's like a silver Tesla.
Yeah, that's true. There you go. Stepping into the left-handed batter's box.
Those things got some power.
They do. I drove Terras once. That was fun. First pitch to Carroll's outside for ball 1. If you're joining us on the radio, we appreciate you listening on 99.5 or 95.3 FM in St. George, 93.1 in Cedar City. And, of course, you can watch the game live over on the fansportsnetwork.com and the Fansports Network YouTube page.
And I think the fact that, Pineview's starting a freshman, that tells me that they're, trying to dig her deeper into the bullpen, the lineup. Their team ERA is 5.87, or 5.67, I should say. And that's something, if you want to win a state championship, you've got to have that down a little lower.
If you could.
Yeah, you can't outscore everybody every night.
Popped up. And that is going to nearly...
Souvenir for a lucky fan.
Nearly stayed in, but just fell out. So that puts the count now at 1-2. So I will say this for the young pitcher there with Preston Bale, he was able to see a strike go across the plate, and that is always such a relief and a burden off of the shoulders when you see that first strike. Now he's facing a good pitcher's count of 1-2. As this one's ripped through the gap between first and second, rolling in right field, putting on the brakes at second base. Was the leadoff runner, and now the Reds got two aboard.
Yeah, I mean, you hate giving up the free pass, but then really good job there, not trying to do too much of it for Carroll, just kind of slapping it and pulling it through the hole between first and second. He's a 311 hitter, and he didn't take a big cut. He just kind of stayed right with it, pulled it into the hole, and now you got a little something cooking here in the first inning.
That will bring up Carson Duncan. Now let's talk about our Findlay Subaru Star Watch, because Carson Duncan was actually our Findlay Subaru Player of the Week for this last week. So I think he's got to be in the conversation here for the Findlay Subaru Star Watch.
Yeah, Findlay Subaru and the fan going to hook him up with the $100 gift certificate to Owls Sporting Goods. You know what? I got to give him to him after the game. I got to go see him.
If you got one in your truck,
that's right.
That's right. Go, drop it off.
I'm going to get him a Prime IV gift certificate, so he's going to have to come back to St. George, but well worth it there. And, Duncan's on the radar, man. This kid's he's an all-region guy. He's hitting, 393, plenty of power, 6 doubles, 22 hits already this season and 56 at-bats, 11 runs batted in from that 3 spot in the lineup. And, that gets away.
Ball getting away, and that will advance the runners.
And I don't know if that crossed up Cisneros there or if that was just breaking away and just went off the tip of the mitt. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. Didn't look like it was down in the dirt too bad at all.
Yeah, I think it might have just gotten away. I think I'm right there with you.
I think you call it right. I think it's a pass ball. I'm not going to call that a wild pitch.
Here's the pitch going low and away, and that will walk him on 4.
Yeah, now you're in a really tough spot. So if you were nervous before the game, now you're nervous with nobody out and the bases loaded against a team, the only team in Region 9 that has not lost a game. And so here's where Bale's really got to execute and hit his spots.
Yeah, and that will also bring up Carver Tom, third baseman for the Reds. And again, bases loaded, no outs.
Carver hitting .255 this year. Now, is this Riker's little brother or a cousin? Remember Riker Tom, probably one of the most memorable Cedar Reds of years gone by. I mean, that kid could play, glove the field, unbelievable at the plate. Probably top 5 Cedar baseball players all time, without a doubt.
Sends this one high, going into right field, tagging up from third. The run coming out across, and they will make the throw to third, and it hits the runner. He's going to put on the brakes, but one run does come around to score. So it was a sacrifice. Fly ball out to right field, so 1 out, but 1 run.
And Caden, I think, honestly, that Hunt would have had him at third if it not had nicked off his leg. I think that throw was in time, and it hit like the cleat, the back of the cleat, it looked like to me. And so Hunt, I think, would have had a nice put out from right to all the way to third. That was a hose job if it was an inch or two the other way.
Grounder over to second, bobbled. The throw to first is there. 1 run will come over to score from third. Runner at second advances, so it is 2-0 just like that, but 2 outs away.
And exactly what you wanted if you're Cedar, right? Get them loaded, put the ball in the play, put the wheels in motion, grab a couple runs, play with the lead.
And that'll bring up number 24, Gavin Mackert, first baseman. Here's the pitch to Mackert, and he's going to send this one deep, back, gone! Gavin Mackert, the 2-run homer.
Number 4 on the season. And look, we said it. That wind is blowing out to left right now. First pitch swinging. He was all over it. Sometimes the first pitch is the best pitch you will see in the entire sequence. And he made that swing count. And Cedar out to a huge 4-0 lead here, jumping out on top of the Pineview Panthers with a nice home run from Mr. Mackert, who, had the 3 home runs. He's the leader on the team. They've only got 4. He has 3 of them. Now they got 5, and he's got 4 of them on the season. This is not a home run hitting team, except for that guy right there, showing you why.
Yep, absolutely demolished that. So this brings up the pitcher. That one catches the top corner of the zone for strike 1. Colin Corey for the Reds will step up. He'll get this one to fall into shallow left, and it'll be a base hit.
We had hitting 256, and again, first pitch swinging. So you kind of saw Bale get out behind in the count a little bit. You saw the walk, and then he's like, I got to throw strikes. And then Cedar's jumping on that first pitch and making Bale pay. And I like that first pitch again for Corey there, helping his own cause here. It's always tough. You see a home run, the bases are cleared. You got to kind of restart the rally, but you just got to stay in the moment. And nice level swing. Didn't try to overswing it. Just drove it out there in the shallow left field.
Danny Chires, shortstop, now at the plate. Here's the pitch. And he's going to do the same. This is going into shallow center, and it finds a gap. And the Reds are raking it tonight.
Oh, that's a dirty bomb. I mean, just a dirty bomb. That's a good pitch. He kind of fooled him. He was out in front, just kind of trying to hold back, and then just flares it. And DeWitt had a bead on it, racing behind the bag at second base, trying to get to that, but it was just hitting no man's land, and he couldn't track it down. And DeWitt's fast.
And the Reds are raking
and that's just why I call it a dirty bomb.
I mean, Tyroli.
But
his first pitch goes high.
No disrespect, a hit is a hit. I mean, look, you find green grass and good things happen. And so Cedar's all of a sudden got a little something cooking again here with 2 outs.
We've got some life as Roley's going to hit this one on the ground. And it takes a bad hop. Runner's going to round third, headed for home. And the Reds are on the board with another run.
Did that hit like the corner of the grass where it meets the dirt? Take a look on our We Win Injury Law replay. This either had some top spin, some serious top spin, because
that took a hop.
Oh, man, and I don't know that that's Bates' fault. I don't even know if I can score that in error, Caden.
And it might, here's the thing, it might be scored in error from the, just to the naked eye. I could see that, but watching it on the replay, I wouldn't score it in error, if that makes sense.
They probably did score an error.
They will probably score an error, but I think it should be a base hit just because it took a weird hop.
Yeah, I'm with you.
You're dealing with the elements here.
Maybe the only thing maybe Bates did wrong is he came too far in. If he sits back a little bit, he's able to handle that high hop. You could argue that as well. But that's being really critical.
Sure. 2-1 is the count. Top of the lineup, Colton Johnson walked his first at bat. Here he is again. Pitch goes inside, and
you know what I love about Bale? Like, he doesn't seem phased right now. He's
still dealing.
Yeah, he's just kind of looking and getting the sign, working quick, just kind of rolling through. Like, doesn't seem like he's rattled at all.
And I like that pitch. It was a little low, but keeps him alive with the at-bat.
And they've already batted around, like you mentioned. I mean, we're back to the top of the order in Johnson here, and 5-0. You kind of wondered, is Cedar's 4-arm mark for real? And right now it looks like it is.
And that will be out number 3 for the inning with Colton Johnson hitting a grounder over to second base. They step on the bag for the force out. And that will do it as we go to the bottom of the first inning, but not after the Cedar Reds score 5 runs off of a handful of hits and a home run by Gavin Mackert. We'll be back after this.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Find us online at shopwilkinsons.com or come in and see what's new. 88 East, 1160 South, just off Main.
Hey, have you tried the St. George Stretch Lab? It'll help boost your athletic performance, help you feel less restricted in your movements, knock out those nagging aches and pains, and melt away your stress. Right now at the St. George Stretch Lab, get an intro stretch for just $39. That's $30 off. Mention keyword radio.
Everest, K2, and now the Mountain by Mountain Mike's Pizza. The mountain-sized pizza is a massive 20 inches wide, delivering 20 slices and a mountain of toppings. Order yours now by using our mobile app.
Flynn Group plays to win. From commercial to residential projects, we deliver the total building envelope. Roofing, glazing, and architectural metals. Championship quality every time. Flynn Group, we've got you covered.
Today's game is brought to you by Dealer Collision, Coral Canyon Golf Course, Udi & Associates, Fabulous Freddy's, Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, and Great Harvest Bread Company.
Back at it here at the bottom of the first inning. And the Pineview Panthers going to step up to the plate, try to curb some of the damage that the Reds did. Leading off for the Panthers is going to be Ryan DeWitt. 1-0 count, make that 2-0 now to start off for DeWitt. Pitching on the mound here for the Reds is Colin Corey.
Got to be careful with DeWitt. Now he's behind in the count. DeWitt knows how to handle the lumber.
This is just how the top of the first inning started off, right? 3-0 to the first batter, ended up walking him in 4 pitches, but you never want to see that first guy get on that easily with a walk, as this next pitch is going to walk him.
Yeah, and that's what you want to do. You're down 5. You know, you're not going to go up there and lead off and try to hit a home run. You're just trying to see some pitches, get a beat on that pitcher, and if they don't throw you a strike, you'll take the free pass, and that's exactly what Ryan did. Ryan's dad, J.P. DeWitt, longtime coach here at Pineview. I don't believe he's coaching anymore, probably just sitting back, enjoying watching his son play, but J.P., one of the good guys. I always enjoyed our conversations over the years, and Ryan seems like he should be a senior. He's still just a junior.
I know, and he's a good ball player. And, I'm excited to see what else he can do this season as we see the first strike coming across the plate.
Ryan's one of those guys I categorize as a mighty might in Region 9. Little but powerful. A lot of energy, high baseball IQ kind of guy. Now
Parker Heath takes a big old swing here for strike 2.
And I was going to say, now this is a senior in Parker Heath, hitting .317 this year, 14 RBIs, 2 doubles, 1 triple. Doesn't have a round tripper yet under his belt. But with this wind blowing out to left, he'd love to square one up here and say Yahtzee.
And he takes that one swinging for strike 3.
Now, Corey, 1.91 ERA. He's 1-1 record. He's made 4 appearances. And for Corey, 18 1/3 innings of work, 5 earned runs. He's only walked 10 and struck out 13. So he's not a power strikeout type guy. Let the defense make plays behind him. But the ERA really low, below 2.
Still looking for that first pitch. The runner over on first, 1 out. Here's the look. And the pitch goes low, ball 1.
Now, Hunt wears 19, and then one of the jerseys, he wears 12.
Yeah, today is a looking like a 19 day, if I'm not mistaken.
So they've actually got his stats as 12, which he's a .333 hitter, as that's
and
a ball.
some as 19.
But at 19, he's a .583 hitter.
So listen, he's wearing 19 today, so he hits better today.
That's what I'm
give him
getting
the better
to. Yes,
stats.
yes. So he's got the right number on if you're a Pineview fan. Hunt's been better in this one. And he's being very patient there as he takes another ball.
Yeah, facing off now with a 3-0 count. 1 out, runner on first.
I might be tempted to green light him here. If you like it, go get it.
I always ask Paulie that question when he's on the broadcast with me. So I said, 3-0, you swinging? And he says, yeah, because you're getting one of the best pitches you're going to see all night.
And they had the take sign on.
And I'm iffy on it, I'm kind of 50-50. I say maybe take that one. You're facing on a 3-1. Swing away on a 3-1, absolutely. Oh, and he went to run down the line, but late strike call by the umpire, Kevin Cave.
And it nibbled on the corner. That was close enough. You got to be protecting there. And, he doesn't act like he wants to hit it here. Like, I would have took the last pitch. I would have took that pitch. I want to put the ball in play here. And now he's got to.
Yeah,
not shortening up, though, on the bat.
Takes a hopper through the 5-6 hole, and that's going to get him on base with a single.
And that's a nice feeling when you start to jog down, you think you've drawn the walk, and then you have to go back to the plate, and then you rake one through the hole on the left side. That's a good feeling for Mr. Hunt.
Yeah, you'd rather
well done.
I'd take a single over a walk any day.
100%.
It's the same result, same end result, but you're doing it with your own power, right?
And that was a little down in the zone, kind of topped it a little bit, but able to pull it, and shortstop and third baseman playing pretty straight up and just right between them there, just right place, right time. And now Pineview, after giving those 5 runs, they got a little something working. 2 on with only 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning.
Still early in the evening, too, so shortstop and third base staring right at the sun. It's a little difficult for the time being. Give them a couple hours, and a couple innings, and we'll be in a good spot when it comes to where the sun's at in the sky. Be a little more comfortable.
One other thing about Corey, opponents' batting average on the season, 280. That's what teams are hitting against him. And Pineview's team average coming tonight, 287.
There you go.
If you're a numbers guy.
So Porter Campbell facing the 0-1. Runner on first and second, 1 out. Campbell takes a big old chopper at one that was well inside, and he pulled it. Nearly hit his guy on the on-deck circle over there. Cassius Narrows had to put a duck on just to make sure he wasn't getting hit.
5-0 here. Desert Hills Dixie playing tonight. No score in that game. And Crimson Hurricane also underway tonight. We'll keep you updated on the Flynn Company scoreboard. But this is the only game that's got runs so far.
Pitch goes low, and it's a ball.
Utah Tech also in action tonight over at the Bruce Hurst Field.
Trailblazers having a phenomenal season as well. I mean, their baseball program has looked really
20
solid.
wins already, yeah.
They looked really solid this year.
Why did Utah cancel? Why are the Utah Utes scared of Utah Tech? That's a baffler.
You know what? I think they might have saw that win-loss record and got a little worried.
I know they went out to Kansas and got whooped and maybe a little banged up, but really? You're going to pay a buyout and not come down the I-15? That was surprising. They canceled the Tuesday game. That's what I'm talking about if you had not heard.
Popped straight up, and the play is made by Chirez at short for the out.
We'll get you some score updates from that game over there tonight as well. Azusa Pacific, old, Pac West rivalry back in the D2 days. I remember calling a lot of Azusa Pacific games. This is no slouch of a team. I mean, they are a really good team. And they're already in the top of the 5th over at the Bruce, and Utah Tech is trailing right now, so they're going to have to rally. 5-2 score over there at the home of the Trailblazers.
First pitch breaks back across the plate to Cassius Cisneros for strike 1.
Yeah, I like first pitch curveball there, when you can locate it like that. Kind of looks like it's coming in on the shoulder. Cash stayed in there, but you could tell he was not interested in it.
Fastball fouled away.
Yeah, he wants a fastball. He's a fastball hitter, but that time couldn't sync it up.
Foul ball brought to you by Fabulous Freddy's. Check out their 2 Southern Utah locations, Bluff Street and off of River Road.
Cash, a little slow start probably for his liking, only hitting 283 right now on the season. He's a senior. We've seen him over the years be one of the guys here at Pineview you can really rely on, and built, strong, you got to believe that he'll be hitting 300 in a week. He's capable of getting real hot real fast.
Here's the 1-2. Another one fouled away. Giving a souvenir to the softball field.
Man, softball is playing right now. I can't see the score over there, but we'll check on it. We'll get a little report for you here in a minute. Who they got, Hurricane or Crimson? Looks like Hurricane and Pineview on the softball diamond tonight. That's too bright of a red for Crimson. How about Lulu West? 2 wins away from the state record, Caden.
Yeah, it's kind of a phenomenal story. As this pitch goes high for a ball 2. 2-2 is the count. But they have a couple of games coming up this weekend. So tomorrow
and Saturday
they're going to be playing a couple of games. And if she's able to get the win, I know she'll be pitching, I'm sure, for at least one of those. But
and then next Tuesday, I think, is their senior night. Is that what I understand? And she could break the record on senior night.
Yeah, if she gets that win on Saturday and then can go get a win on Tuesday, that will break the record for the most wins.
And if you don't follow Region 9 softball, Lulu West has been dominating as a pitcher since her freshman year. She's committed to the University of UConn. Actually, her and Riley Green, 2 Thunder players, going to UConn. Really talented hitter, too. I mean, she's the real deal. That's a fun little storyline. Anytime you can go in the record books in the state, that's a big-time deal.
So with 2 outs and a full count, they will walk in with a pitch high. So the Pineview Panthers are staying alive right here with 2 outs. Still no runs coming across the board just yet.
Number 24.
But that will bring up Trayson Millen, and he's got a chance to be a hero here.
And you know what? I really like that at bat for Cisneros. He was sitting fastball. He fought a couple off. If it was a junk ball, something he didn't like, didn't fit his eye, he was laying off of it. And that was a nice little sequence there where he was patient and waiting for his pitch, and he earns the walk. And now they're loaded up. And when you spot a team 5, this is a big moment early in this game for Pineview. You're down 5 right now, 1 swing of the bat, and this is a whole new ball game.
Millen's going to pop this one foul. Now he's struggled a little bit at the plate, batting .263, so definitely not the best, but solid on base percentage for the most part, around the mid 200 range. You'd maybe like to see it a little bit more than that at the high school game, but a chance to get on base here would score a run.
Baseball is kind of funny like that. You never know when you're going to start seeing watermelons. You never know when you're going to go through a little slump. And Millen's such a good kid, and he's so level-headed, and he's a grinder, and he loves the game. And 263, he's probably not happy with that. But, a hit right here, that's all he's thinking about. He's thinking about, hey, I can get my team back within a couple runs here with 1 swing of the bat.
0-2 is the count as he steps back up to the plate.
Corey's got to be careful here. Yeah, he wants to strike him out, but he doesn't want to serve something up he can jump on.
And he shook off one of the pitches, whatever was.
Probably an off-speed pitch. He wanted to throw the fastball.
He went fastball low and away. And, on an 0-2, I don't mind getting a little crafty and creative on an 0-2. It's a good pitcher's count. He just wanted to put it away.
Good pitch.
He got it there on the breaker.
Good pitch. Yeah, it went with looked like a slider, actually. A little more velo, but still had some dart to it. And that is a Red Rock Real Estate strikeout for Corey, who keeps the goose egg on the scoreboard. And 3 left on base there for Pineview after spotting Cedar 5 in the top of the first. That one stings a little bit.
It stings indeed. 5-0, the Reds lead, and they'll be back at the plate for the top of the second inning when we return here on The Fan.
Homemade ice cream is now open on River Road by Sprouts.
Come enjoy 48 flavors made fresh daily.
Cones, sundaes, shakes, and quarts to go.
Handles, happiness served daily on River Road.
Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
Own property and want to rent it? Then you need the right team with 13 years of local experience. Aim to maximize your rental income and find quality tenants while keeping turnover low to increase your revenue and truly maintain your property. Learn more at redrockpropertymanagement.com.
Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
Today's game is brought to you by Back 9 Golf, Ronnie's Back Bar, Scooter's Coffee, Red Rock Real Estate, and Holbrook Asphalt.
Back at it here for the top of the second inning. Tonight's game is brought to you by Honolulu Grill, spreading aloha. Stop on in for your favorite Hawaiian dishes at Honolulu Grill.
It's all good at Honolulu Grill. I'll go get a little Kahlua pork, and then some days I'll do the teriyaki steak. And I'll tell you what, one of my guilty pleasures in life, their macaroni salad. I absolutely love it. Boo Boo and the gang down there serving up a little taste of aloha on 7th South and 7th East.
I love it too, man. We had them bring some by for state baseball last year when it was at Utah Tech.
That's right.
As they pull back on the button, it's called strike here to Kean Carroll.
New pitcher. They've already went to the pin, so it might be kind of a bullpen game here. Bale, after giving it the 5, got out of trouble, but they've already went to the bullpen here. And this is number 26, Bates. So Bates, ERA a little bit inflated this year, but going to give him the ball now and say, go get him, bud.
Pitches a strike here, and the count is 1-2.
5 innings of work, giving up 6 hits, 8 runs, 7 earned, 6 walks, only 3 Ks. So, again, he's been chased a little bit early in the season, but only 5 innings of work.
Right.
And, if he can come out here and go, 1, 2, 3 and get on a roll here, they're going to let him have some run. We could see him, pitch multiple innings here tonight. That's a good start.
Yeah, it is a good start as we see strikeout. And bringing up Carson Duncan.
Always nice to get the K when you come into the game. It's always, I think, a good move. If instead of going and getting the freshman in the first after he gives up 4 or 5 runs, let him finish the inning, and then let Bates come in with a clean slate and start fresh. It's always so tough to come in with ducks on the pond.
I can agree, for sure.
So I like that. I guess, is Randy Sane the acting skipper tonight, or Rozier is the acting skipper tonight for the Panthers?
Another pitch goes outside, so it's a 2-0 count here early to Carson Duncan. Duncan walked his first at-bat. He'll take a ripper down third. It takes a hop right over the glove, rolling into left field, and he will round first and put on the brakes for a single. Unless you call that an error on the bounce. Again, we had this conversation in the top of the first inning.
Nelson, again, that's the second time it's been tough. You could probably convince me to score that either way. That was hit well. That was hit hard.
Well. It was a hard hit, and it took a bounce right over the glove.
It's turf around, the plate and in the batter's boxes, and then it goes to grass in the infield. But it's funny. We've seen some big hops already tonight. For the home team, it's been a disadvantage, really. It's not the visiting team that's had those bad bounces. It's been the Panthers, the home team.
Correct.
I'm going to score that a hit, probably, in my mind. But, again, a tougher scorekeeper would probably score it in air.
This one's popped straight up, and the play is made coming over all the way from first to make the play is Trista Sylvester for the pop-up out.
Cedar got a little bit of a break because they had the bye front week. They had the makeup game last night, which they won over Hurricane. And Pineview got to play, 3 games in the last 4 days. So the pitching is kind of on, the back end here. And we're seeing some other teams have to deal with that. Hurricane, this is, their 4th game in a row, basically. And the Tigers are at Crimson Cliffs tonight.
A hard-hit grounder thrown over from short to get the out for out number 3. Very well fielded over there at short. Let's check it out here on the We Win Injury Law replay.
Nice level swing here, but I like what Bates did. He came in, he was over the plate, he let the defense field their position, and there you go, Mr. DeWitt, making that look smooth. 6-3, the putout.
And that will keep it a 5-0 game. Cedar on top with Pineview coming up here in the bottom of the second inning when we return on the Fan Sports Network.
Your child's sports journey starts with the City of St. George Recreation. From their first steps on the court or field to becoming a star player, our youth sports programs are here to develop talents and teamwork skills. So get out and play. Check out all the sports and get signed up at sgcityrec.org.
At Grass Creek Construction, they put their heart and integrity into every build. Their team is committed to delivering top-quality commercial projects that stand out. Integrity is their competitive edge. Building with passion, building with purpose, proud sponsor of local sports.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you could still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Oh, cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
Back at it here on the Fan Sports Network. Caden Formaster, Devin Dixon. This first pitch is popped foul and goes into no man's land, out of play.
Yeah, just a fabulous Freddie's foul ball. Hurricane is struck, and we have a run in that other game. Hurricane up 1-0 at Crimsonite. Riker Taylor, the pitching for the Mustangs, and Peterson pitching for the Tigers.
Alex Hernandez at the plate, looking at a 2-1 count.
The other game tonight, Jordan Andres is pitching tonight. She's the only female pitcher in the state of Utah, and she's the real deal. I mean, she's no slouch. Going up against Desert Hills and Jax Tolman on the bump. No score in that other game.
And that one strike.
Oh, and I just looked down, and Crimson scored 2 runs. So Crimson has retaken the lead 2-1 over Hurricane, Caden.
It's going to be a good game over there tonight, apparently. This one's fouled away, staying alive with 2 strikes against him.
I mean, Corey, already 34 pitches. It took him a lot of pitches to get out of that inning. Left the bases loaded, though. No damage done, so he's got to have a little sense of confidence.
Another foul ball. And it takes time.
Hernandez only a sophomore, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So young, up-and-coming Panther star and kid that can field it when he gets to play his position and then obviously need his bat.
And he walks. So, an at-bat that had a few foul balls, had to stay alive with a full count, ends up on base with a walk. You'll take it.
I only show Hernandez playing in 6 games so far.
That's
so
what
here's a guy that you're trying to find some reps for. He's probably been doing really good in practice. You're trying to give him some opportunity at the varsity level to get out there and help the club.
And he's seeing the walk here, again, getting on base. And that's always nice from a coach's perspective, to see the plate discipline, right? You're able to protect the zone, foul some away. Ultimately, though, you see the right pitches and you get on base with a walk. I think a coach is going to be happy with that. As this one is on the line to shallow center for a base hit from Tristan Sylvester.
I'll tell you what, I was so impressed with Tristan Sylvester, his honesty. So he comes and sits down with us at the Region I Media Day. He's like, hey, my buddies, my teammates, they had to put me in check last year. I slacked off. I struggled in the classroom. I had to get my grades up. And he said, hey, guys like Cash and some of these leaders of the team, they put me in check. And, he didn't get a play for a little bit, and then he got his grades in order. And now a little bit of a slow start this season. But you can see the talent level in that swing right there, Ken. That stayed right behind it, timed it up. He's got great hand-eye coordination, only hitting .233 so far this season. But he's a guy that they expect big things from all year if Pineview's going to make a run in the postseason.
And he's historically been better on the bump than in the batter's box anyway. He is a pretty solid pitcher. Tonight's playing first base, but he's just a good ball player all around. So you got to get him involved where you can. And tonight they're getting involved at first base and at the plate.
There's no question he's the ace of the staff. I mean, he's 3-0, sub-3 ERA. He's made 6 appearances. I mean, there's no question. I mean, he's got 3 of their 7 wins when he's been on the bump. So had a couple no decisions as well. So, yeah, he's a dude on the bump, no question.
Luke Bates is at the plate. Started at third, and he's moved over to the mound now tonight. He's got a runner on first and second. Still no score for the Panthers here. 5-0 is the score with the Reds on top here in the bottom of the second inning. First pitch goes high for ball 1. It's a good spot right now for Pineview as they need to strike. And they've got no outs, 2 runners on. Bates is your last batter before you get back to the top of the lineup. Here's the pitch, and this one's hit into right field. Moving on over and making the grab. Runners don't tag, so it is simply a line drive out to right field.
And all of a sudden now, Pivy's got the wheels in motion again. Good things are happening. You got 2 on with only 1 out. And you got your shortstop, Ryan DeWitt, at the plate.
Let's see what he can do again with 2 on. He was able to get on base his first at-bat with a walk. Made it all the way around to third and was left stranded. Good swing of the bat here. Could potentially score some runs. He does have 1 runner over there in scoring position on second.
And I like that from Corey. You step off, you look. You don't throw to second, but you look that runner back, and you just kind of send a little message. I'm paying attention. Don't get too big of a lead. See if they want to wheel it here. And
looked for the bunt, pulled it back. The pitch went low, so it is ball 1.
Pretty big gap. You got the center field for the Reds shading just a little bit to the shortstop side of the field. So he's got a little bit more of a window out there in right center field because the wind is blowing from right to left across the diamond. There's the wheel.
They make the shift over, and they get back safely. That is Alex Hernandez.
What a calm, safe sign from Jason Clark. Just a smooth umpire out there, just safe. You see how smooth that was? Got to give him props on that one. I got a story about Jason I could tell you in another inning. Heck, I'm going to tell it right now. So we're out at Sand Hollow Golf Course, and Jason's helping out with one of the girls' golf teams in Region 9. And he gets up on a tee, and my daughter happened to be in the group, and he says, if anybody gets a hole-in-one right here, we're all going to Texas Roadhouse. I'm buying. Nobody got a hole-in-one. But all the girls were like, yeah. They were like, let's get out of here. I want to go to Texas. Those rolls with the honey butter, I'm in, Jason. He was firing the girls up. Later on in that same tournament, my daughter's senior year, she got a hole-in-one at Sand Hollow, but not on the hole he promised the Texas Roadhouse. True story.
But a hole-in-one is still a hole-in-one. You're happy about that. 3-1 is the count right now.
You know, I was playing with a guy today, 60 years old. Actually, his name's Mike McCreary. And I was playing with him and Scotty today at Black Desert this morning. And he said he's been playing since he's 5, and he's never got a hole-in-one. And I hated telling him that I have 2. And then my son and daughter both got 1, and I got my second all within 6 months of each other. That was, he just kind of rolled his eyes at me. It's just lucky. I'd rather be lucky than good.
Yeah, I mean, a hole-in-one is it's a mixture of both. I mean, you got to be good enough to get it on the green, and then I think from there it's luck.
Have you almost had one yet?
I've got one within about 2 feet. That's about the closest I've gotten to getting a hole-in-one is 2 feet from the hole.
It's a pretty fun feeling. There's nothing like it, but Ryan DeWitt.
That's going to walk the runner, and bases are full. That specific one that I'm talking about, got it within a few feet. That was the.
Don't tell me you missed the birdie putt.
No, I got the birdie putt.
Okay, good.
No, that was the island hole over
Sunbrook.
At Sunbrook.
Yeah. On Woodbridge.
Yeah, Woodbridge course. Yeah.
What is that, hole 5?
Yes.
Or 4?
Something like that.
It's number 4, because then 5 is the signature Woodbridge hole. You go down over the Woodbridge.
That's right. Yeah.
It's a great golf hole.
Ball gets away, and it took a good enough bounce. No runners decided to move. Had they moved, I don't know if they would have got there safely. So that might have been a smart idea there from Alex Hernandez to stay put.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Hernandez, I want to see him, start, at least go, and get in a position where when he sees that ricochet, then make a decision there. He didn't go too far off the bag.
He might have been sleeping on the pass ball a little bit.
Look, I mean, bases are loaded. You got a good hitter at the plate. You certainly don't want to run into out number 2 because you don't want to take an unnecessary risk. We got a lot of baseball to play still in this inning.
This pitch goes low, so it's 2-0 on the count to Parker Heath.
Again, Heath this year trying to get a big key hit, hitting .317.
Pops this one straight up. It's in foul territory, but potentially playable. Right on the line, actually. Not in foul territory. It lands fair, and they have a force out at home plate.
That should be an infield fly. But
yeah, they're going to call that the end of the inning. They're going to call 2 outs on that because they called the infield fly, and then they got the tag on the runner going to home.
Get a big key hit. Why did he take off?
So let's check this out here. So they're going to go infield fly rule. That's going to be an out whether he catches it or not. But potentially playable right on the line, actually. And he dropped it, but the runner went. And he didn't get the out on the
that was confusing, wasn't it? A little bit confusing. A little bit confusing there, but that worked out well for Cedar.
That worked out.
And you give Corey credit. I mean, he got the pop-up, but it should have just been out number 2. There's no reason why you get a double play there.
Correct. Yeah, that was a wild turn of events right there, wasn't it? So we take a break. We'll be back. It is the top of the 3rd inning where Cedar tries to extend their 5-0 lead here on the Fan.
It's Luke with Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
It's time to get your game on with Mountain Mike's Oven Roasted Chicken Wings. They're meaty, juicy, in 4 bold sauces ready to tempt your taste buds. Order online or on our app for carryout or delivery.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that can make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
Back at it here, top of the 3rd inning, and we're still trying to discuss what just barely happened. It was kind of a weird turn of events.
Well, I was just surprised because they should call infield fly, which they did.
Yes.
But then I was surprised. Why would you try to score there? It was only the 2nd out. You never want to, try to score when you can bring a batter to the plate there. I mean, it was only about 22 feet down the first baseline on the pop-up there, and I don't know if Hernandez was sent there or if he was just trying to be sneaky or if it was just a miscue. I'm not sure why they were running to home there because it's a dead ball on an infield fly.
Yeah.
And he's out.
Yeah, and
that way you don't get the double play. That's what that rule exists for.
Yep.
Because you'd have a smart catcher back in the old days, in the 50s and 60s. They'd drop it and then throw it over, and they get the double play. And so they created the infield fly rule so that doesn't happen anymore. And Pineview just seemingly ran right into it anyway.
Right, and we don't know where not that we're trying to point fingers or, whether it was taken off on their own accord. This one's a grounder to short, the throw over to first. Not there. He couldn't scoop it, so that is going to be a run on for the Reds.
Yeah, and look, I mean, you'd like to think Sylvester could dig that, but sometimes they take a funny hop. That is the 3rd funny hop. DeWitt's probably going to get charged a throwing error there from shortstop, but you'd like to see, your first baseman dig that one out of the dirt, and it probably would have still been in the nick of time if he would have dug it out. And maybe they'll score that a single with it being hit deep enough in the hole. I would probably go E6 on the throw. You see anything different, Caden?
I'm trending your way on that as well. I believe that's going to be an error. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch, and it's hit on a line into left. Catch is made, and the runner's got to go back to first. He gets there. Good throw in from left field as well.
Oh, Corey, trying to help his own cause. He's already got a 5-0 lead pitching for the Reds, and that's a heck of a play out and left by Heath. I mean, just kept it off the grass down around the ankles.
And that ball maybe got 20 feet in the air on the line drive. It did not really get all that high.
Too.
Yeah, and it just kind of rode all the way out there to left and got a glove on it. This one's hit over to second, takes a hop. The throw to second's good for out number 1 and can't make it for out number 2 on the play, but it is 2 outs in the inning.
I like what Milne did there. He started up that double play, though. Boom, from second over there to DeWitt, and the transfer, everything was good, but pretty good speed to get down there and not allow that double play to happen. And little things like that matter, especially if you get a key hit here and maybe, manufacture a run, but it's just going to be scored a fielder's choice out at the end of the day.
Runner's going to go. The throw down to second, and it's there. That is out number 3.
Cash Money Cisneros. What a throw. What a throw from behind the dish.
What a throw indeed. So just like that will take us out of the inning. Great defensive stands from Pineview, and they will see themselves back up to bat here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 5-0 is the score. The Reds on top here on the Fan Sports Network.
Welcome to the Back Nine. We bring the world's best courses to you. Elevate your game at any time with 24/7 access to top-tier golf technology and expert PGA instructors available. Back Nine Golf is a place to improve your swing for all ages. Join us today.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Hey, it's Luke with Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
Today's game is brought to you by Back Nine Golf, Ronnie's Mac Bar, Scooter's Coffee, Red Rock Real Estate, and Holbrook Asphalt.
Bottom of the 3rd, Cedar Reds are on top with 5 runs to Pineview's nothing. But Pineview has a shot as they are looking at a good part of the lineup right here. Raiden Hunt coming up to the plate.
Scores from Flynn Companies, our Region 9 update sponsor. Crimson has a 3-2 lead at home over Hurricane tonight, and Desert Hills Dixie still tied 0-0. Jax Tolman versus Jordan Andres.
Couple goose eggs.
5-0 here, and you kind of thought with the bases loaded in the bottom of the first, Pineview might scratch 1 or 2 across, and you thought maybe again there in the second, had some opportunities. They leave some runners stranded on that infield fly double play, and still a 5-0 lead for Cedar, and Cedar's got Corey on the mound, and he looks pretty confident right now.
So far, so good. Yeah, I think he's looking pretty good.
He's only given up 2 hits.
And, I mean, listen, they've been in a couple of pickles already at this point with runners on and have gotten out of it. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Raiden Hunt. Here's the pitch. And he'll take this on a chopper. Short is there to grab it. The throw.
Got him.
Is there in time. It is a 6-3 put out.
Cherez there. I mean, that was a little clothesline dagger. Like, love how he, fielded his position. But then as a shortstop, you got to have those fast twitch muscles where you're set, the body's twisted, and then you got to be really accurate with the throw against a speedy guy getting down there to first base. And that was a missile for the out.
Yeah, great throw from Danny Chirez.
Ooh,
First
good bender.
pitch, great curveball coming across the inside edge for strike one.
And I like Corey has went to the breaking ball early in counts, and he does it again.
So it's popped up, headed into center field, and it is caught for out number 2.
Yeah, pretty can of corn play there for Ludlow out in center field. And Bender, and then another Bender there from Corey. That off-speed pitch tonight is pretty dialed in. And, you know, they're liking what they're seeing here with this 5-0 lead. Cash Cisneros, though, one swing of the bat could get the Panthers on the board. No home runs this year. Kind of surprises me that Cash doesn't have one leaving the yard yet to this year, but maybe right here.
This one's going back.
Ooh.
And it is caught out there in center field. Again, making the play is Peyton Ludlow.
Yeah, and he had to get on his horse, and he had to take a few steps, maybe 7 or 8, sprinting back to get to that. Cisneros almost beat him. A little bit more barrel, and that would have been, one hop off the fence for extra base hit.
Well, that is an easy 3-3 down here. As we will now see the Cedar Reds back at it again. And the score remains on the Wilkins' House of Lighting scoreboard, 5-0, Reds on top.
Hi there, Dr. Cody Johnson from Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. Just like any good sports team needs a game plan, your child's dental health needs one too. Call us or check us out online. Don't forget to ask for our new patient special. Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, keeping your kids' teeth in championship form.
We Win Injury Law was launched with a desire to help people win the cases that they can't win on their own. Hiring a personal injury lawyer who knows what to do is key to getting everything they deserve as a result of that wrong.
Red Rock Real Estate has over 350 professional realtors in the St. George area that specialize in the local market. Whether you're buying your dream home, looking for an investment property, or want to sell your home for the highest amount, the Red Rock Real Estate team is here to assist you. Get started now. Visit redrockrealestate.com.
Best Friends Animal Sanctuary in Kanab is open daily for free family fun. Take a tour, volunteer, hike a trail, or bring home a new best friend. Visit Best Friends today for magical memories that'll last forever.
At Grass Creek Construction, they put their heart and integrity into every build. Their team is committed to delivering top-quality commercial projects that stand out. Integrity is their competitive edge. Building with passion, building with purpose, proud sponsor of local sports.
Today's game here on the Fan Sports Network is brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza in Hurricane. And Mountain Mike's Pizza looking for local legends, recognizing them as the Mountain Mover of the Week. Last week we went with I believe it was a Dixie soccer player.
Yeah, this week, mistaken. Yeah. Rocco, he had 2 game-winning goals. I think he had 3 or 4 goals in a couple games last week. 2
games with 3 goals each, so 6 goals across 2 games is pretty insane.
Yep, he's our current Mountain Mike's Mountain Mover Award recipient. And if you're a coach out there or administrator or a parent, make sure and shoot us in any nominees you got.
Hit well going into right center field, trending over, making the grab. Out there is Campbell for out number 1.
Yeah, Roley, that was Roley, yeah. I mean, this kid might win a 3-point contest if it was a Region 9 All-Star game, 3-point shootout. He hit a bunch of threes this year for the Reds basketball team. And he's hitting 273 there, and he liked that first pitch, just couldn't get it barreled up properly.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this last game that we did for Cedar, where we were talking about Ty on the ball court, and I mean he had a great final game to his season, where it's still a loss to Snow Canyon in the playoffs, but he willed that team to be in it right to the very bitter end. Pitch goes inside and low to Colton Johnson. He's now looking at a 2-1 count.
Bates, again, kind of a little misleading early in the year with his pitching numbers. I don't entirely trust him. One bad outing and your numbers can be a little bit inflated.
Sure.
But I like what I've seen from him tonight. Looks really calm, really composed, doesn't look rattled at all. Then they're going to need 3 or 4 innings out of him if they're going to get back and win this game.
On 3-1 count, sends it foul. Makes it full. Fabulous Freddy's foul ball.
If you join us late, Bates has only made 2 appearances pitching. ERA 9.80. That's why I don't, it's a little inflated, only 2 appearances. And you don't know who that was against because I haven't seen the Panthers or called the game yet this year. It could have against Bishop Gorman for all I know.
Hey, yeah, that's very true. Very well could be. Kean Carroll stepping up.
I think he pitched against Hurricane a little bit this week already, but back here tonight in relief.
Fouled away off the end of the bat from Kean.
We know he had the game-winning hit against Hurricane on Tuesday night in that 9-8 thriller.
Here's the pitch on 0-1. It's going into left center. Coming on over and making the grab is Heath. And that'll be out number 2.
You know, you look at Pineview, I mean, they played Silverado and lost, Lone Peak and lost, Centennial lost. They played some tough teams. Split with Desert Hills, though, split with Hurricane. And so they really seemingly are settled in now that they're into region play. 7 wins, 9 losses overall this season. But 2-2 in region play. And a chance tonight to try to come back and hand Cedar their first region loss, which you got to believe the other 5 teams in the region are probably looking at it like, go Pineview. Like we like to see nobody left undefeated.
Sure. Pitch goes inside to an O's count. 1 runner on with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Cedar trying to extend a lead here with 5 runs on the board. Pineview still looking for that elusive first run.
I will say this on April 10th. I will be shell-shocked if we don't have a Region 9 team win a state championship again this year. The odds are they will.
I know we've got some good teams. And we got
Timpanogos is rolling right now. They've only lost good. 1 game.
You know, we saw a little bit of Timpanogos. They came down here, played against, I know they played against Crimson Cliffs, for example. So we saw a little bit of them here in southern Utah. But I'd say they're just about on par with what we're seeing in Region 9.
Their region is not Region 9.
Exactly.
No disrespect intended. It's just a fact.
And it's a walk here to Carson Duncan, who gets on base for the 3rd time. 3 at-bats on base 3 times. You're going to take that. You're happy with it.
Third baseman, Carver Tom.
And Carver Tom now steps up. Last at-bat, he had that pop-up that was picked off over there at first base.
Correction. Timpanogos 17-2. I was off by a game. You know, they play in that same region as Provo and Orem, but then you got Uinta and Mountain View and Summit Academy. It's not great baseball. They got 3 teams that are just, giving me wins.
Here's a sharp hit ground ball that sneaks through, and the run's going to come around third. Play at the plate will not be there, and the Reds on the board again.
Yeah, I mean, Tom there just doing his thing. First hit of the night. It's a big one, and putting a run on the board. They got the 5 early, but, they had some chances, and now here we are in the top of the 4th inning. A big clutch 2-out hit there to bat that runner in and score that run. And, Pineview now Bates, he's got to try to regroup a little bit, Caden.
See what he does here, and first pitch looked good, went outside. 1-0 is the count. Had Grady Leaders, the pinch runner that came around and scored that run for the Reds.
This is Ludlow, who's 3rd on the team in hitting, batting average-wise. He's hitting at .320 clip. 5 doubles this year, 16 out of 50. Not a power guy. He's your center fielder, right? He's a guy that's got some speed and good hand-eye and just want to find a way to get aboard.
Now looking at a 2-1 count as he fouls that one away. Fabulous Freddy's foul ball. Here's the 2-1. Goes low and away. 3-1 count now to Peyton Ludlow. Remember, you've also got Gavin Mackert on deck. He's already hit a home run today. Power hitter coming up. Pitch goes high, and that will load up the bases for Gavin Macker.
Yeah, and this is danger time here for Pineview, right?
Well, that wind is blowing perfectly right now out to left field for this right-handed batter.
And here comes Coach Scott Brozier, who's the acting head coach. He's a freshman coach, if I'm not mistaken, but with tempers flaring the other night. That's one thing we've seen is some ejections this year. It's
we've
baseball.
seen a good handful of them.
And so,
and that's
three Pineview coaches not in the dugout tonight because of that rule where you have to serve that 1-game suspension.
I'll be honest. I'm a fan of fiery coaches. I like coaches that can go get a team.
Do you know who
fired
the
up.
number one Major League Baseball coach is that leads every list in ejections?
In history?
Yep, all time.
Ooh, that's a good question. That is a great question.
I thought it would be Lou Piniella because I watch Sweet Lou a lot, but it's not Piniella, I'll tell you that. And it's not Tony La Russa.
Okay.
He's third.
Okay, who do we got?
Atlanta Braves skipper Bobby Cox. Almost 200 ejections in his career coaching.
My goodness.
It was like 186, if I'm not mistaken. He was tossed. That's a lot of tosses.
First pitch goes low. What do you think of the I think the ABS system is going to lead to a lot less ejections because now, teams have a chance to challenge a little bit.
Man, I think it makes the umps look bad. I'll be honest with you. I was watching the Yankees-Mariners. It was the second series of the season, and Yankees won 2 out of 3. And in the first game of that series, they were 5 for 5 on challenges.
Yeah.
And it's hard to argue that it's not good for the game when you're 5 for 5, but I'm just sitting there feeling bad for the umpire that he missed 5 calls in a short period of time. Like, they're human, right?
Ooh, great change up. Got him swinging ahead of it for strike number 2. 1-2 is the count.
Umpires are hard enough to find as it is without, making them look even worse. With the
CB Buckner's getting his fair share right now of hate online for missing some bad calls.
I'll tell you what, it's a thankless job, but I do appreciate what our referees and umpires do, and it's not a high-paying job. They just love being out there with the kids and calling the game in there. I think we do have good officials in Southern Utah.
We do. Yeah.
I know people miss calls and it happens, and I know your fans are short for fanatic. Half the people love you and half the people hate you every single night. I get it. But I think they always come to the park and try to do the best they can, and I appreciate that.
Fastball low in the zone to Gavin Macker. He's looking at a 2-2 count here. 2 outs, bases loaded. And let's see what this power hitter can do as he steps back up to the plate on a 2-2. Here's the pitch. He's going to foul this one away.
Funny story about referees. My uncle was a longtime referee, and my dad was a fanatic. My sophomore year of high school basketball, my uncle tossed my dad out of the gym.
I love that.
I was like, my buddies were laughing and like, did your dad get tossed by your uncle? And I was just embarrassed. I was like, I guess so. I don't know. That was ridiculous.
When you say uncle, his own brother?
So yes.
Yeah.
Younger brother tossed older brother.
Pitch goes inside, full count.
Yeah. I don't think we've had a family reunion since. True story.
I used to.
So I appreciate officials.
I used to umpire Little League, and when I was like 13 years old, I almost had to throw out a 45-year-old man from a Little League game because he was berating me.
Almost. You didn't do it. You had patience.
This one's popped up. Trending foul could be caught, and Sylvester does make the catch, and that will put it away. Saves the bases loaded situation, but one run does come around to score. It is 6-0. Reds on top here on the Fan Sports Network.
Scooters Coffee and Hurricane is the best way to start your day or get you through your day. From breakfast sandwiches to cinnamon rolls to amazing smoothies and, of course, coffee. Anytime is a good time to sip and smile. Scooters Coffee, open 7 days a week.
Huge news! Sport Court has a brand new showroom and design center, and it's next level. See why so many are choosing Sport Court here in Southern Utah for top quality basketball, pickleball, and multi-purpose courts. Learn more at sportcourtofsouthernutah.com.
At Findlay Subaru, we win for our customers. From the first handshake to you driving off the lot, our team runs the perfect game plan every time. Score your next Subaru at Findlay Subaru, 1453 Sunland Drive, on the saving side of the freeway.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home because home is who we are.
Back at it here, bottom of the 4th inning. The Reds lead here, 6-0. Pineview back up, and number 24, Trayson Millen leading off.
And kind of got to start stringing a couple hits together if you're Pineview, right? You've had some opportunities. You've stranded 5 runners on base already. Had the bases loaded earlier in this game. Couldn't cash in. Had, runners on second, third. That infield fly, that double play. So now you're like, okay, 6-0. It's time to put the pedal to the metal a little bit if we're going to get back in this game. And that'll help.
Hard hit and just foul.
You put a charge into that one. But that little hook to it. Wind kind of maybe helped that one. That was Inch's foul, wasn't it? It looked like it just.
I mean, that had to have been Inch's foul from where I saw that land, and it's so
Did Michael
hard.
catch that one on camera? I'm wondering. That was a hot shot. How good's our camera guy tonight? He said he missed it by a little bit. I love the honesty.
Looked like it was headed right at the shoulder, but it decided to curve back inside. Still ball. It is 2-1 on the count. From the windup, here's a pitch. And it catches his own. Good-looking pitch here, 2-2.
Yeah, but if Millen doesn't like that, lay off it. Guy that's got good speeds, got some stolen bases this year, can obviously field his position. Would love to get the bat going, though, tonight. And a leadoff hit here would be just what the doctor ordered for the Panthers.
Full count, payoff pitch, and swinging, missing. That will be strike 3 for Millen and bringing up Alex Hernandez.
I've been impressed with Corey. You got to give him some credit right now. He's got the shutout going, only giving up, scattering a couple hits here. He's worked out of trouble when he's been in trouble. And that was a good out pitch right there to get the Red Rock Real Estate strikeout.
Great pitch indeed.
Check the K meter there for our pitchers.
Pitch just inside. 1-0.
And only 1 strikeout tonight for both the Panther pitchers, but Corey now with his second. So it hasn't been a lot of Ks tonight, just 3 total in this game so far. Mackert, though, has that home run. He's 2 for 2 tonight, so he's swinging hot about it as anybody. This might be the best press box in Region 9, by the way, Caden.
It might be. This one's hit on a small little arc over to second.
I mean, there's something nice about Dixie. It's quaint, and you're right behind the plate, and you're in the press box. But Snow Canyon, we're up in the team clubhouse. Places like Desert Hills, we're out behind the back. And I don't mind being right behind home plate in the backstop.
I don't mind it either. There's few places that we do it. Desert Hills is one of them.
I think you did that in Hurricane too, didn't you?
Hurricane, we were up in the stands.
Oh, you were in the stands.
This one's a chopper over to short. The throw is there. That is out number 3.
Yeah, Corey's settled in. He's really pitching nicely right now, and 6-0 lead, and it'll stay that way. That was a put him up, put him down. 1-2-3 for Mr. Corey.
And we go to the top of the 5th on the Wilkes Wisconsin Lighting scoreboard. 6-0. The Reds on top.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home because home is who we are.
I'd like to thank a few more of our great Pineview baseball sponsors. Family.
Create your own
At Findlay Subaru, we win for our customers. From the first handshake to you driving off the lot, our team runs the perfect game plan every time. Score your next Subaru at Findlay Subaru, 1453 Sunland Drive, on the saving side of the freeway.
Relatives coming to visit? Not enough room? Maybe you're looking to host a family reunion and need a house with a pool. Red Rock Vacation Rentals has got you covered. From 2-bedroom condos to 10-bedroom luxury homes, they truly have something for everyone. Visit stgeorgeutahvacationrentals.com.
Huge news! Sport Court has a brand new showroom and design center, and it's next level. See why so many are choosing Sport Court here in Southern Utah for top quality basketball, pickleball, and multi-purpose courts. Learn more at sportcourtofsouthernutah.com.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in Southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
Top of the 5th inning here with Colin Corey stepping up to the plate, the pitcher tonight for the Reds. And he's been pitching really well so far, pitching a shutout here through the first 4 innings of play. Here he is at the plate, taking a chop and a miss for strike 1.
I think one of the storylines in Region 9 tonight, Jordan Andreas, the only girl player in all of Region 9, right? She's a pitcher for the Dixie Flyers. Mm-hmm. She's got a no-hitter going right now. Desert Hills has not gotten a hit, and that's a team that hits at like 350 as a team.
Yeah, that's an insane pitching.
Now it's delayed right now, and she's only through 2, so maybe a little early on that. And I don't know what that delay is for over there, but that's what I'm seeing. Try to check on that for everybody.
Is that at Dixie or is that at?
It's at Dixie.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe the lights aren't turning on.
Oh, that could be. Hit shallow left. It drops in. That is going to be a runner on for the Reds. Shallow left as Devin calls a dirty bomb.
Yep, dirty bomb. It's the old softball lingo. I was good at hitting dirty bombs because I couldn't. I had no home run pop. Yeah.
Hey, that's how I was when I played ball. I swear I hit the warning track in the bottom of the fence probably 80 times in my baseball career. I could never get one over. Maybe not 80 times. Probably not that many. I don't even know if I had that many at bats, but man, it felt like it. Popped straight up off of the bunt, and that's going to be out number 1 in the inning. Danny Chires could not advance the runner. And that will take us down to the bottom of the lineup, Tyroli.
Crimson has now increased their lead as we check the Flynn Company's Region 9 update. 5-2. Mustangs leading the Tigers over at the field house.
We're going to backpick that run over at first, and that was a decent idea. Cisneros with a really good throw over there. The leadoff was pretty healthy, so I don't mind that idea.
Broly looking for his first hit of the night. He's 0 for 2 in the game.
Outside. 2-0 count.
Duncan's a senior. Ludlow's a senior. Carroll's a senior. Rowley's a senior. Mackert's a senior. Corey, who's pitching tonight. Tom, all these guys are seniors. This is a really experienced team. We've seen these guys varsity players as sophomores, juniors, in some cases now seniors. This is a veteran team for Cedar. So for people that know this Cedar program, probably not shocked that they're 4-0 to start this season.
And a stolen base gets the runner over to
interference.
second.
No, they're going to call
interference.
Yeah,
Tell him to move back.
They're going to call interference there on Rowley, saying that he bumped into Cisneros, and that's what throws this.
Let's check it out here on the We Win Injury Law replay.
Watch the catcher. He was ducking there, but did alter the throw. I
he walked in front of it.
Argue that call. He was heading to the dugout.
I can understand. Yeah, I can understand that.
It's. I think that's the right call. Rowley didn't like it, but you can't walk right in front of the catcher as he's trying to throw the runner out on a strikeout.
And that is indeed a strikeout, out number 2, of course. And now back to the top of the lineup, Colton Johnson with the 0-1 count to start things off. He's got a runner over on first.
Colton walked and scored, and then I think he flew out, so he's 0 for 1 officially tonight in the game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. Almost our first Nets on Fire stolen base.
That's right. You know, Cedar doesn't have to be too aggressive right now. You're nursing a 6-0 lead.
Good pitch. Getting across the plate, looking for strike number 2. 1-2 count. Two outs, runner on first.
Johnson again, .333 batting average.
Fouled away, stays alive with 1-2. Yeah, Johnson hasn't been a big power hitter. He's got a triple to his name so far this season, couple doubles. This pitch goes over his head. 2-2 is the count now.
This is, of course, Brad Larson's second stint as head coach of the Reds. Of course, Eric Fieldstead, who is now the athletic director, was the longtime coach, and that one gets away, and the runner's going to scoot down safely to second base on a ball in the dirt that Cisneros blocked, but kind of saw him bounce 5 or 6 feet away, and by the time he got to it, no play to make down there at second.
And it also puts it to a full count here as well for the leadoff batter for the night for the Reds, Colton Johnson. And he's going to walk himself over to first. That is his third walk tonight. He's finding himself on base a lot, but, man, he doesn't have to get the bat on the ball to do so. He's been able to watch those pitches well.
By my count here, a little quick fact check, Cedar High School has state championships in 57, 1959, 1960, 1965, 66, and 76. And their last one, 26 years ago, 2000. So it's been a while since the Reds have won a state title.
This one's swung on, tipped.
And some of our Cedar listeners might be like, hey, I was on that team in 2000. Hopefully you're listening tonight. Congrats. Coming up on that 26th anniversary.
Another great pitch that dropped down.
Yeah, you got to give Bates credit. I mean, he's given up that one run. That's it in relief. He came in that top of the second inning. And here he is working into the fifth.
Looking at 0-2. Here's the pitch. Popped up, going foul. It'll go out of play.
The YGB emblem down on the dugout at Pineview High School. You gotta believe. That's kind of the mantra and the slogan of the Panthers.
This one's hit into center field. Coming over, trying to make the diving catch. It's not there. 1 run scores. Another runner at third. They're going to wave him home. The plate. It's not there. He dropped the ball. Safe.
Wow, that's just not a good sequence. First of all, Campbell thought he had a diving catch, and it just goes off the tip of his mitt. He's coming straight in center field as you take a look at the replay brought to you by We Win. It's a good angle. He coming in, the wind's blowing to him. It just kind of drifted to the left, and he had to extend the mitt and couldn't make the play. And then if he fields that on the cutoff, they've got that out at home, and they save a run, and they're out of the inning. Instead, the ball falls onto the grass. By the time you pick it back up, too late, 8-0 Cedar.
Fouled away on the first swing of the bat. And this is Carson Duncan. Keen Carroll ended up on first.
Looks like Bates is the guy. I mean, there's nobody warming up in the pen. Now, it doesn't mean that, if he gets into more trouble, they can't make a position change. You see that a lot in high school baseball where the guy you might go to next is playing defense.
This one's popped up, headed into center field. And making the grab. That'll be out number 3. So minimal damage done. 2 runs coming across the board. But at this point, 2 extra runs is not what you need if you're the Panthers.
Yeah,
8-0 game.
I mean, I hate to be critical, but I'm going to probably score that the third error of the night.
I'm calling that an error as well.
On the cutoff. Like, you got to field that baseball. That's an error. I'm sorry. And that could have saved you a run, and we'll see if it matters at the end of the night. But right now, Panthers got a hill to climb. Cedar rolling right now, trying to get to 5-0 and stay undefeated. They're up 8-0.
On the Wilkinson's scoreboard, exactly that. 8-0 Reds on top. It is the bottom of the 5th when we return.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
Your child's sports journey starts with the City of St. George Recreation. From their first steps on the court or field to becoming a star player, our youth sports programs are here to develop talents and teamwork skills. So get out and play. Check out all the sports and get signed up at sgcityrec.org.
At Findlay Subaru, we win for our customers. From the first handshake to you driving off the lot, our team runs the perfect game plan every time. Score your next Subaru at Findlay Subaru, 1453 Sunland Drive, on the saving side of the freeway.
Today's game is brought to you by Back 9 Golf, Ronnie's Mac Bar, Scooter's Coffee, Red Rock Real Estate, and Holbrook Asphalt.
Bottom of the 5th inning, and the first pitch is popped up, playable, and it's out, number 1. We're 5 seconds into the bottom of the 5th inning, and the Reds, just like that, already getting out, number 1.
Yeah, and not a lot of plate discipline tonight for Pineview. We've seen some at-bats that have been valiant efforts, and we've seen some hits, but a lot of times they're jumping on that first pitch, which I don't dislike, but you know, that one was not hit well, and an easy can of corn out there at first base for the Reds defensively, and you give credit to Corey.
Chopper over to short, the throw to first, put it away with out number 2 off of 2 pitches.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. And they backed it up what I was just saying. Like, do you want to see a pitch or two maybe? I mean, it is the third time through the lineup here. You're getting another look at Corey. He's at 71 pitches. That's it. Pretty efficient tonight.
For it being the 5th inning, that's pretty impressive. Now, keep in mind, though, the last 2 innings, Cedar put it 3 up, 3 down against the Panthers. Looking at a chance to do it one more time here, as they've already put 2 away. Parker Heath stepping up to the plate.
Yeah, looking for his first hit of the night, and he does take that one way low, 1 hops plate. Easy to lay off that pitch.
Now, his last at-bat was that really strange thing that happened. It was an infield fly rule. It ended up resulting in 2 outs because there was a tagged runner who tried to sneak in and score and was tagged out on the way in. So,
which I thought it was a dead ball, so I don't know why he was going there, unless he was confused on the out count.
In theory, it was a dead ball, but since he took off, it became a live play. This one is rolling over to third. We're going to say it was a foul ball.
That's kind of the way it went tonight. Just inches foul again, or that's a single for Heath, as it just kind of twisted right there, left of the bag at third, and that's the right call. Looked like it was going to stay fair all the way till the bitter end. Heath again this season. He is 5th on the team in batting average at .317. Hunt, Campbell. Actually, he's 4th because Hunt's listed twice with 2 numbers. So 4th on the team, excuse me.
2-2 count as that one misses the mark. And 2 outs away, nobody on. Here's the pitch. Goes high, full count.
Be really interesting to see if Cedar starts getting some love in the rankings.
Yeah, see if they start moving up.
Yeah, I mean, if they win tonight going into the weekend 5-0, do they start getting a little bit more attention? I'll have to wait and see.
And that'll walk him. Well, their 3 up, 3 down streak comes to an end with a walk to Parker Heath, bringing up Raiden Hunt.
The rankings, the right fielder. I mean, I think Snow Canyon should be number 1. But because they do the rankings according to the Des News and they only put them out once a week, that doesn't factor in that Snow Canyon swept Desert Hills twice this week. Desert Hills is 14-5 now. They're playing Dixie tonight. Snow Canyon 16-3. And the best team record-wise is, again, Timpanogos at 17-2 in this 4A in the state of Utah.
Popped up, potentially playable, right on the line.
Got it.
And he got there. Just out of reach from our point of view, but we didn't have to see it to hear the Cedar fans' reaction as they are able to put it away. And again, no damage done. 8-0. The shutout is continuing on for the Cedar Reds. We will be back right after this here on the Fan Sports Network.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Find us online at shopwilkinsons.com.
or come in and see what's new. 88 East, 1160 South, just off Main.
Hi there, Dr. Cody Johnson from Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. Just like any good sports team needs a game plan, your child's dental health needs one too. Call us or check us out online. Don't forget to ask for our new patient special. Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, keeping your kids' teeth in championship form.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
At Great Harvest, we believe in crafting more than just bread. We provide crisp, garden-fresh salads and savory sandwiches. Everything from garden-fresh ingredients to our signature handcrafted bread. Our friendly staff will guide you to find a meal that will leave you craving seconds. At Great Harvest, we truly provide something for everyone. And don't forget our baked goods. Satisfy your sweet tooth and finish your meal with a brownie or cinnamon roll. Come visit us at Great Harvest.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Back out of here, top of the 6th inning inside of our Boulevard Home game of the week. Boulevard Home making your house a home for 51 years here in southern Utah. And pitching change.
And a pinch hitter, too, I believe. No, Monotai coming in to pitch?
Yeah.
Okay, it's Monotai pitching change.
And we got Carver Tom at the plate.
It is Carver Tom, yeah. The pitching change there is Monotai. I'll get you the numbers on the new Panther pitcher. You know, and Bates, I think, did a pretty nice job there. He gives up the 3 runs, but I didn't score all of them earned. And there was a couple errors in there that kind of, I think, hurt Pineview defensively. Senior Monotai, 2.62 ERA. He's made 4 appearances. Doesn't have a decision yet. No wins and no losses. 8 innings of work. Giving up 6 runs, 9 hits, only 3 earned. Struck out 4 and only walked 1. So not a huge sample size in 8 innings, but he's been pretty efficient from the bump.
Fouled away here by Tom, and he's looking at a 1-2 count here with
and that fastball cadence looked like mid-80s on the velo, if I had to guess. I don't have a radar gun tonight, but I would guess.
Decent velocity.
He's got some good velo.
Here's the pitch.
Ender.
Went too far inside. 2-2 is the count.
Kind of comes a little over the top on that pitch with the curveball, which had some late break and just missed inside. Not by much.
Goes outside here. Full count now to Carver Tom.
Yeah, through the four-seam cutter there, and it tailed away. But, again, good velo. He's just got to locate it.
For the amount of scoring that the Reds have done, he has yet to see himself come across. But he did get on his last at-bat. He sends this one foul. Foul ball is brought to you by Fabulous Freddy's. So full count, nobody on, no outs. Top of the 6th inning.
Update now. I don't know why I was seeing a delay at Dixie, but it's now top 5, 6-0 Desert Hills leading Dixie.
Ooh, the high, slow roller coming across, taking a chop at it. And that'll be strike 3 for out number 1.
Now batting, center fielder
Peyton Ludlow now stepping up to the plate.
Got a couple putouts out in center field.
He's doing great defensively, and that's honestly where this team hangs their hat right now is defense. They have been really good at the defensive side of the game as this one is popped away foul. But, as much as I do tout the Cedar defense, they're swinging the bat decently as well, and especially on a night like tonight, we've seen some really good hitting and if that, just getting on base. They're doing a really good job of finding themselves on base.
Yeah, and they put the pressure on the defense.
That's a fair ball, grounded down the third base line, rolling into the outfield. He's rounded in first, and we'll take the trot back for a single. Good hitting and
that was ripped. That just absolutely ripped right inside the bag, down the line. Diving attempt, not going to find it. Surprised maybe a little he put the brakes on. Thought maybe he could dig and get the double out of that. Left fielder was played it on a hop off that wall in that corner and kind of cut it off, though, and good to hold him to a single and only one out. So in an 8-0 lead, so no reason to try to get too aggressive.
This one's hit and it's going to fall in with a shallow center shot.
Macker 3 for 4 tonight with the home run and having a big night at the plate as he continues to swing it well tonight for the Reds. Anybody call him the Big Red Machine? We haven't.
Feels like it, though, right?
Macker, this may be the breakout game he's been looking for. He's a senior. He's only hitting .271. He's got his 4th home run of the season, and 3 for 4 tonight. That batting average is climbing up tonight.
Yeah, he's definitely seen the ball well tonight. Is this first pitch strike to Colin Corey? 1 out. Runner on first and second. Fouled away. 0-2. I think just about, and I'm looking through the lineup here, I think every single member of the lineup besides, I think every member of the lineup has got a hit tonight for the Reds. Every single one has found their way on base through a hit at some point. As this one's popped up, center field coming over. Sliding grab, and that will be out number 2. Great play in center field.
Yeah, I mean, you need plays like that if you're going to, hang on to a little hope of coming back and getting things going.
The shortstop, Danny.
Yeah, so we've got, so Colton Johnson's been on base a few times, but every single time through a walk.
Base. I don't know that everybody has a hit.
He's been on the base 3 times. Each of those was a walk, surprisingly. Yeah. And same thing for Carson Duncan now, I believe, as well. So he's got on an error. So that was not considered a hit. It was bat on ball, but it was through an error. So,
but there's been
outside of that, almost everybody's gotten on base through a hit, but at least on base in some form.
The point resonates, though. They have been putting the pressure on the defense, getting to the pitchers. This 3rd pitcher now of the night. You got the 8-0 lead, and it's been production up and down the lineup. I mean, nobody's been more clutch than Mackert, I think, offensively, but everybody's had an opportunity to contribute tonight.
Yeah, contributed. Everybody's been on base. Pretty phenomenal for the Reds to see the lineup go up and down and have so much potential to get around to score. They lead right now 8-0. This one's going into a gap. Is it going to fall? It does. 1 run's going to come around from third and score, and it's going to be, as they're going to try to make this run score again on a pickle between first and second. The run does score. That's 10-0.
And this game is really
and the pickle still continuing on here. He misses it. He evades it, and he's safe. No, they're going to say he went out of the base path. He went out of the base path to evade the tag. So here's the thing, though, that the Reds just did. You're looking at a mercy rule coming up if they can get 3 outs.
Yeah, I mean, that was heads up out there. I don't think he intentionally was trying to get in a pickle. I think he thought the throw was going to be cut off and then the relay home, and he was going to sneak to the bag at second. Kind of got caught, but he stayed in the rundown long enough. They were able to score the run from third anyway. And you're right, 3 outs away from this game being over and Cedar going to 5-0 unless Pineview can start rattling the bats.
Let's see what happens. It's a 10-0 game here into the bottom of the 6th on the Fan Sports Network.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Aloha, sports fans. It's Boo Boo and Nick from Honolulu Grill.
Come get a taste of the islands. Try our famous Kahlua pork or tender teriyaki chicken, and you'll love our mac salad and sweet sauce on your rice.
Don't forget to try our original Kava 8 at Honolulu Grill. It's game time.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the Cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that could make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Find us online at shopwilkinsons.com or come in and see what's new. 88 East, 1160 South, just off Main.
Today's game is brought to you by Back 9 Golf, Ronnie's Back Bar, Scooter's Coffee, Red Rock Real Estate, and Holbrook Asphalt.
We've got a pitching change out there on the mound, number 11. It's Brent Martin. And if you can see on the camera here, take a look at that left arm. He's got it wrapped up, and underneath that wrap is a big old cast. Guy's going to be pitching with a broken arm tonight. How about that?
Yeah, he's a senior. He's like, I'm rubbing dirt on it, cast me up. He's going to be like Abbott, like Jim Abbott, remember? So he's going to pitch out of the glove, and then he's going to put the mitt on the hand that's good to field his position, kind of like Jim Abbott used to do. I love the grit and the toughness of Martin here. This is awesome.
He's holding the edge of the glove in his hand.
Hey, pitching arm's fine.
Pitching arm's fine.
You only need one to throw the baseball.
First pitch, strike one.
I love this. This gets me juiced.
They're trying to close it out here with Martin.
He's got some velo.
He's throwing some heat. This one goes outside. I will say, doing the warm-ups, he did miss the mark a few times on that outside.
Yeah, I mean, a little
spot,
Charlie Sheen to start things off here, a little wild thing, but he's fired up. Yeah. I don't know how. I'm checking the stats here to see how much he's pitched. I don't know much about the injury. I apologize.
He's got 1 win, 1 loss, 6.30 ERA, looking at 3 appearances. So it's kind of where we're at. On a grounder to third, the throw over to first. That's there for out number 1.
Yeah, and Carver Tom made that look pretty routine, didn't he? First of all, you got to glove it, and then, no panic, just a dagger throw across the diamond for the 5-3 put out.
Now batting, the catcher.
That takes us to Cash Cisneros as Campbell goes out on the 5-3 put out.
And Cedar two outs away from
a game winner right here.
Going to 5-0 in region play.
Absolutely.
And getting back to 500, 9-9 on the season.
Here's the pitch. Yeah, that one gets away. Again, he's enjoying throwing the heat. He's trying to throw fastballs and tends to throw it to that, from our vantage point, for those of you watching at home, as you can see, throwing it down to that bottom right corner from the batter's perspective. This one goes high and inside.
But you can be wildly effective. It doesn't matter. A ball's a ball. With nobody on base, he can afford to try to rear back and throw, but he's got to find the zone now because he's behind in the count, 2-0.
Yeah. Here's the pitch. That looked like it was just about there. Went high and off of the mitt of the catcher. So
only seen 8 pitchers all season for Cedar in a varsity game, and you take it all the way, and that's going to be a walk. But Tyrolli's only thrown 3 innings. Ludlow's only thrown 2.2 innings of work, and Cherez has only thrown 2/3 of an inning. So really, you've only got 5 guys that have worked,
multiple innings,
4 innings or more.
Yeah. Let's see what happens here. Is there's going to be a little conversation at the mound, and
Danny Lewis, the pitching coach, of course, was the longtime administrator at Cedar High School, just recently retired, and I guess got bored of playing Cedar Ridge Golf Course, so he decided to get back into coaching and helping Coach Larson out. By the way, if I'm not mistaken, Coach Brad Larson was the state championship winning skipper in the year 2000 when they won their last state championship. I could be mistaken on that, but I'm pretty sure that is accurate. have to ask Coach about that. I was chatting with him pregame, and I could tell he really likes his guys this year.
Yeah.
It's taken him a couple years getting back into it, taking over, but he's just really confident, really positive coach, and you know, he can bribe him with some Larson's Frost Stop up there. He's got a little advantage in Cedar City. You know, guys do well. You can sit him down for some burgers and fries.
This one's hit well into center field, coming on over, and it is caught in center field. Making the play out there is Peyton Ludlow.
Yeah, and just Milne seeing it. It's just the timing's not quite there, and got up underneath that, and pretty routine fly out there to left center field. And now they're down to their last out. And Manutai, who came into pitch, is going to get his first AB of the night. And it's been a little bit of a struggle for him, hitting below 100 on the season.
One more out, and the Reds will put this one away with a win as they lead right now 10-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. Swung on and missed.
Manutai, certainly not how he wanted to start his senior season at the plate. Only 3 hits, 4 runs, and 6 RBIs so far offensively. But got to get a hit here or draw a walk to keep this game going.
Sees that one go by. 1-1 is the count. 2 outs, runner on first. Here's the pitch. Goes high for ball 2.
Getting your Flynn Company score updates. Hurricane has battled back to tie it back up with Crimson 5-5. And last report, Dixie leading Desert Hills leading Dixie 6-0. Those are the other 2 baseball games in Region 9 action tonight.
High pitch, taking a big old chop at it. It's 2-2 now. One more strike could do it.
And you never want to go down looking here, so you got to believe if he likes it, he's going to try to barrel it up here and keep this game alive.
Here's the pitch on 2-2. Outside on the fastball, 3-2, full count.
That looked upper 80s on the velo, too,
Yeah,
there from Martin. Looked like he had a little zip on that, like he's mad somebody broke his hand. I'm a senior and casting up and coming in. I mean, God, getting out here, and he's probably our Jersey Mike sub of the game tonight.
He's got to be the Jersey Mike sub of the game at this point. A strikeout here would solidify it. Let's see what he does on full count. Here's the pitch. Fouls it off, staying alive.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good pitch. You know, not over the meat of the heart of the plate, but kind of challenged him inside there with the fastball, kind of tied him up there and just able to fight it off to live to see another pitch. Monotai will reset now in the box.
By the looks of it, Martin took a little bit off of it just to try to, really hit that zone. Payout pitch goes away. Walked him.
Yep. Overthrew it, and easy for Manutai to lay off that fastball because it was way outside, so far outside that catcher couldn't even glove it. And Pineview not going to make it easy here on Martin. He's going to have to reset now.
Force out at first, second, third. That'll be something in favor of the Reds at this point.
That's Jack, right? Yeah.
With got a pinch runner coming on in here. That is going to be Jack Duffin.
Base number 3, Jack Duffin.
And Sylvester is the guy that needs to keep this game going here at the plate for the Panthers. Got to give Manutai some credit. Hasn't been doing as well as he'd like in his senior season from the plate, but I thought that was a really good at bat, staying alive there on that first 3-2 pitch, and then drawing the base on balls.
And another one gets away. Runners are going to go. The throw over to third, and that gets away. There's going to be a play at the plate. Dive it in, and it's going to be a score for Pineview. And trying to steal third, that's going to be an out. But guess what? The 1 run was all they needed to extend this game.
Yeah.
We go to the top of the 7th inning as Pineview gets on the board for the first time tonight. It is 10-1 as we go to the top of the 7th here on the Fan Sports Network.
Flynn Group plays to win. From commercial to residential projects, we deliver the total building envelope. Roofing, glazing, and architectural metals. Championship quality every time. Flynn Group, we've got you covered.
At Grass Creek Construction, they put their heart and integrity into every build. Their team is committed to delivering top-quality commercial projects that stand out. Integrity is their competitive edge. Building with passion, building with purpose, proud sponsor of local sports.
We Win Injury Law was launched with a desire to help people win the cases that they can't win on their own. Hiring a personal injury lawyer who knows what to do is key to getting everything they deserve as a result of that wrong.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Find us online at shopwilkinsons.com or come in and see what's new. 88 East, 1160 South, just off Main.
Hey, have you tried the St. George Stretch Lab? It'll help boost your athletic performance, help you feel less restricted in your movements, knock out those nagging aches and pains, and melt away your stress. Right now at the St. George Stretch Lab, get an intro stretch for just $39. That's $30 off. Mention keyword radio.
We're back here with the bottom of the lineup for the Cedar Reds. Tyrolli's going to step up to the plate here. Final inning of baseball, barring a Pineview comeback, but they've got to get through the Reds first and try to make sure that the damage isn't too far gone. But 9 runs is a lot to come back from, Devin.
Yeah, it really is, but chip in a chair, baby, and you found that 1 run you needed to, live to see another 3 outs, and now Manatai's got to come in and just can't give up any more runs here, though. You got to put them down 1, 2, 3, and then go see if you can rattle them and make something special happen.
Looking at a 1-0 count early here to tie. Here's the pitch. Fouls this one away. Head towards the parking lot. So 1-1 is the count early on here for the Reds.
Rolly 0 for 3. He's looking for his first hit of the night, if I'm not mistaken. And Manitai in relief, the third pitcher for Pineview. This will be pitch 18.
And another one fouled away.
Still tied over at Crimson until moments ago, and the Mustangs just scored a run to take a 6-5 lead over Hurricane.
Pitch goes inside. 2-2 is the count.
That's been the closest game of the night with Dixie trailing Desert Hills 6-0. This one 10-1. That's been kind of the signature game tonight, at least some drama late over there at the Fieldhouse.
Another one fouled away out of play. Does umpire Kevin Cave have enough baseballs in that pocket with how many have gone out of play in the last few swings from Roley?
Now I'm hearing Desert Hills 16-0 over Dixie.
Wow. A little half swing will catch Roley off guard for the strikeout and out number 1 of the inning.
That's a little bit of a surprise. Now Desert Hills 2-4 is probably undoubtedly the best 2-4 team in region in the state.
Yeah, it's kind of a wild start for them.
Well, they had Crimson and Snow Canyon right out of the gate and Pineview, so they played a tough schedule early on in the region season, no question about it, but they're all tough.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you get them tough early, tough late. There's not a week off in Region 9 baseball. Expect the unexpected every single night you go out to the yard. That one looked like it just broke too much inside for ball 1 from Manatee.
1-0 count. Here's the pitch. Stays outside, make it 2-0.
I like that, though. You go breaking ball, trying to nibble inside. You stay away with the fastball. You're trying to make things a little bit more difficult here for the Reds. And after Roley struck out, you don't want to do that again here. So Johnson trying to find some green grass. Officially tonight, Johnson 0 for 1, but he's reached 3 times. All walks.
Good sound of the bat there, but it's just a grounder to second. That'll be good for out number 2.
Yeah, hot shot, no doubt, but the one hop and easy there for Millen to go 4-3 on the putout. pretty routine play. Sometimes, as a middle infielder, you like it when they're hit right at you hard because you just kind of react, whereas sometimes you get those funny hops on those topped balls or those bloopers. You almost prefer that one-hop shot. Makes it actually easier to defend your position, I think.
First pitch called strike.
Carroll,
I can agree with you on that, Devin, that, playing that middle infield spot, second or shortstop, it's kind of nice when those are hit solid to you. You know what you're going to get. Just get in front of it, field it, make the play. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Carroll's been good tonight. 2 for 4 for Coach Larson and the Reds. Carroll, the number 2 hitter in the lineup, has also got 2 RBIs. Carver Tom's got 2 RBIs. Mackert's got 2 RBIs. Jerez has got 2 RBIs, so good production from all over the lineup.
Swing and miss for strike 3, so it's 3 up, 3 down, and we head to the bottom of the 7th where Pineview has to score at least 9 runs to keep something alive, or Cedar can put this one away. We'll see what happens when we come back here on the Fan Sports Network.
Everest, K2, and now the Mountain by Mountain Mike's Pizza. The mountain-sized pizza is a massive 20 inches wide, delivering 20 slices and a mountain of toppings. Order yours now by using our mobile app.
Flynn Group plays to win. From commercial to residential projects, we deliver the total building envelope. Roofing, glazing, and architectural metals. Championship quality every time. Flynn Group, we've got you covered.
Handel's Homemade Ice Cream is now open on River Road by Sprouts.
Come enjoy 48 flavors made fresh daily.
Cones, sundaes, shakes, and quarts to go.
Handel's happiness served daily on River Road.
Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
Tristan Sylvester will be leading things off here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Panthers are looking to score some runs, and they're looking to do it quickly and efficiently to try to do something here in this game. Right now, it is a massive Cedar Reds lead. And first pitch, swinging for strike 1.
And really, I'm going all the way back to early in this game when Mackert went yard.
Yeah,
and they haven't ever trailed. They had that 5-run first inning highlighted by that Mackert bomb. That's probably where I'm leaning right now as our Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker play of the game, unless Pineview can do something spectacular here.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think that is.
And he's 3 for 4 tonight to boot.
Yeah.
But 2-run home run there for Mackert, kind of the exclamation point on that. Hot start for the Reds on the road tonight. They're leading, like Caden said, 10-1, and we're in the bottom of the 7th.
2-2 is the count with a swing and strike.
Sylvester looks like he wants to go yard there.
He definitely is looking like that's the end goal. Wind is pushing it out towards left field. Kind of blowing across the field at the moment. 2-2 goes low. Let's make it a full count, shall we? 3 outs from the Reds will put this thing away, and it'll be game over. Panthers, big uphill battle with it being 10-1 on the Wilkeston scoreboard, but they get a board. First pitch is a walk from Tristan Sylvester, getting on base. Martin on the bump right now for the Reds, continuing with that broken arm.
Look, hasn't been a lot to praise, offensively for Pineview tonight, just a 1 run, but that's a sneaky good at bat because he got his cuts in. He swung at the pitches he liked, but then drew the walk. So I'd say that's a pretty quality at bat, even though he didn't get what he probably really wanted there with an extra base hit or a yard job. It's still a good at bat.
But you get on base, and that's what matters.
Yeah, and you got your licks in.
This ball goes foul into the softball field. Foul ball brought to you by Fabulous Freddy's.
Which is over, by the way. Did we get a final on that softball game?
I haven't heard anything just yet, but we'll see if we can get something brought over here for us.
Carrick helping us out. He's looking it up. Pineview been taking care of us tonight, man. The snack bar bringing us up burgers and dogs and drinks, and Carrick running down scores for us. Boston's pushing all the right buttons over there, I hope, on the scoreboard.
It's a grounder over to first. It gets by, and that'll be another runner on.
By the way, lopsided over there, 18-0 the final in that softball game. Hurricane got the dub over Pineview.
The shortstop.
That takes it to the top of the lineup with Ryan DeWitt.
And that's all you can ask for. Just keep getting quality at bat after quality at bat. You know you're not the game-winning run right now. You're a far cry from being that guy. You just got to keep doing your job and have a good plate approach here and try to go through your routine and find a good pitch here from Martin to hit. And he got him. He plunked him.
Plunked him right on the head.
Luckily, it was the off-speed breaking ball that just didn't break.
But he tried to duck out of the way of it. He ducked down low, and it still got him.
And does Coach Larson want to maybe think about a move right now, or does he want to ride it out? You got a little cushion here, so you don't have to go get him.
Nobody in the bullpen, so if there is a move made, it's got to be somebody in the field.
Parker.
But listen, hey, bases are loaded. Parker Heath's coming up. Good spot of the lineup right now for Pineview. Pitch to Heath. He takes a chopper for strike one.
And DeWitt hasn't had much to swing at there as he got hit by that pitch. And Heath 0 for 2 tonight, so he's trying to cash in for the first time tonight on a hit.
Goes outside. 1-1 is the count. Bases loaded. No outs. Pineview trails 10-1.
Martin would really like to get a K here, or he'd trade a run for a double play. Infield really not playing in too much. Pretty much normal depth. Kind of thinking about that double play probably. But he's just thinking, hey, a big hit here in the alleyway, and it could change things and really put the pressure on Cedar a little bit defensively.
And right now, with Heath sitting on a 3-1 count, I think he potentially is just as happy to say, hey, if this is a ball, I'll take a trot to first and get a run on board. That's fine.
I agree. I think you're taking here.
Oh, and he sees it for strike two. He already pulled off the gear from the elbow. He tossed the bat, and it was...
When are players going to learn that doesn't sell home plate umpires on balls and strikes? Like, you may as well stay in there and, you start taking your arm band off and your elbow pad off and your chin guard off, and then you got to put it all back on.
It is full count. And the pitch.
Uh-oh.
Check swing. Did he go?
I think he did.
Safe. That will score a run.
It was close. And that wasn't, first of all, not a ball by much, just maybe a little elevated in the zone. And then, the rule of thumb is did he cross the plate? And that's why they defer to the field umpire to see how far he went around. Now, we don't have the camera zooming down on the plate and that bird's eye view like you get at the big league level.
Yeah, I was going to say, where's the instant replay from 26 different angles, right?
And I will give Heath credit. I mean, he checked early enough. Momentum was going forward where I thought he might have offered at it, but the umpire said no and gives him the benefit of the doubt. And the Panthers will take it, and you got to give Heath some credit for a good eye there.
Calls this one ball, and the Cedar fans weren't in love with the ball call there either. This pitch goes outside. 2-0.
Martin's had a little trouble throwing strikes consistently in relief. Corey, of course, pitched a gem to get him this big lead. He went 5 full innings, only gave up 2 hits. Did walk some guys. I think he had 5 walks and only 3 Red Rock Real Estate strikeouts. But, hey, when you go 5 innings, only give up 2 hits, you'll take that every single time.
Every single time. Good spot here on a 3-0 count. Make that 4, and Pineview gets another run.
Here comes Coach Larson out of the dugout.
Yeah, it's got to be time. It's got to be time here. I mean, listen to this. Think of it this way. You've got 3 runners on. That'll put you up to 6. Your 7th run is coming up to the batter's box. Still no outs. Yeah. I mean, there's... I would hate to say there's a possibility to score 9 runs in this inning, but hey, you know what? For Pineview, you're going to say no. We'd love to say that.
Expect the unexpected. It's never over till it's over.
That's
Region
right.
9, and look, Martin, he got the work. I mean, you stayed with him as long as you could, but I think that's the right time to go get him. You gave him a couple of bats there, and once he started struggling with his command, you had to go get him. We know the velo's good, but the command was just a little bit off tonight. He gives up 3 runs. Only 1 earned, but he walked 5. He walked 5 guys.
Yep.
And I think Coach Larson gave him as long a leash as he really could there in that situation.
I agree. So there is a pitching change. We're going to take a break. We'll give that change to you coming up when we return here on the Fan Sports Network.
Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
Own property and want to rent it? Then you need the right team with 13 years of local experience. Aim to maximize your rental income and find quality tenants while keeping turnover low to increase your revenue and truly maintain your property. Learn more at redrockpropertymanagement.com.
Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
Your child's sports journey starts with the City of St. George Recreation. From their first steps on the court or field to becoming a star player, our youth sports programs are here to develop talents and teamwork skills. So get out and play. Check out all the sports and get signed up at sgcityrec.org.
At Grass Creek Construction, they put their heart and integrity into every build. Their team is committed to delivering top-quality commercial projects that stand out. Integrity is their competitive edge. Building with passion, building with purpose, proud sponsor of local sports.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you could still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Looking for our Jersey Mike's sub of the game. And we'll see if we found it because Pineview's trying to make a run here. They are sitting with bases loaded, no outs. And we're going to see Porter Campbell stepping up to the plate. Brand new pitcher on the mound as well. Keaton Carroll coming in for the outfield to stand on the bump. He's going to take a step off the back of it and reset.
And this is the guy you want at the plate here with them juiced, right? I mean, one swing of the bat, he can change things. He's got 4 dingers this year.
Pitch goes low.
And Porter's been, I mean, him and Hunt kind of been leading the charge at the plate all year. Porter Campbell hitting .467. Leads the team with 16 RBI. And he's got ducks on the pond here. And he's ahead in the count 2-0 quickly.
Takes a chop at an inside pitch for strike 1. 2-1 is the count. Yeah, Kean, as opposed to Brent Martin, for the 2 pitchers that we've seen this inning, this one's hit well, going back, and
it's out of here.
It is gone. A grand slam home run for Porter Campbell.
Wow, I mean, that one was a charge right off the barrel. Expect the unexpected. As Porter Campbell hits number 5 on the season, a no-doubter left center field.
Wow. Check this out. We win injury law replay as Campbell golfs this one off the ground. I mean, that was a low pitch. Takes it all the way back left center field. Wind carrying it all the way out of here. And it is 10-7. We started this inning.
10-1.
Let's say this. We ended the 6th inning. It was 10-0. Pineview barely sneaks in a run before the 3rd out comes. And now we're going to see a bunt over to Carroll, and he slips.
What a throw there.
Wow, somehow makes the play for the first out.
My goodness. That was athleticism. First of all, it wasn't athleticism, and then you have to be impressed with the coordination to throw a perfect ball as he's falling to the ground. Carroll, terrific throw. Say what you want about the slippage, but the throw was money. And it just goes down as a 1-3 put-out.
It's a 1-3 put-out, yeah.
But it was a big needed out there for Cedar.
Popped straight up. Coming on over, it's going to be second baseman making the grab, Carson Duncan. And one more out needed before this game can be completely over, or 3 more runs from the Pineview Panthers. They have scored 6 runs in this inning alone, which is the most runs scored by a team tonight in a single inning. The Reds put up 5 in the first inning. This one's foul away.
I mean, whether they win or lose, that's a memory made for Porter Campbell, right? You don't get often chances with the loaded. When you do, to actually come through and hit the grand salami, phenomenal.
Yeah, so much easier said than done, right?
20 ribbies now on the season, 5 dingers for Porter Campbell. And he's a guy that, is right there, battling for all region first team honors.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hitting over 567. And Campbell tonight, that was his first hit of the game, and what a big one it was.
Big hit brought to you by Dealer Collision. And pitch goes outside, 2-2.
Now those are going to be, most of those runs are going to be tagged on Martin, not on Carroll, but Carroll's still going to feel somewhat responsible. You always do.
Wow.
Bender that just catches the outside corner. That's a borderline fringe call, but he got the benefit of the Red Rock Real Estate strikeout. And that'll do it. Cedar, it didn't come easy there in the latter stages, but they find a way to go 5-0, Caden, in region play and stay undefeated with a 10-7 win.
And realistically, you look at the way that Cedar has played this game, and maybe besides defensively there in that final stretch in the bottom of the 7th, they played a fantastic game. Pineview with a great comeback. It just wasn't quite enough. And, man, that's Region 9 baseball for you here on the Fan Sports Network. What a game it was, 10-7 as we jump on into the Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. See why so many parents choose Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. And, of course, go check out that new patient special that they have with the Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. And give Dr. Cody a call. See how much you can save for your kids' dental needs. 435-656-0511. The Reds get the win, 10-7.
Yeah, rematch won't be till next Wednesday up in Cedar. It'll probably be, an afternoon start there with no lights at Cedar High. Next Wednesday will be the rematch, and Pineview will try to get back to 500, get the split, and Cedar will be trying to get to 6-0 at the halfway point of region play. What a storyline this Reds team is. They get to 500 on the season tonight, their 9th win in 18 games. But again, 5-0 in Region 9. Snow Canyon's off tonight. They play Bishop Gorman tomorrow afternoon, I think at 2:30 at home. That should be a marquee game if you're looking for something to do. It's an out-of-region game. But they are sitting there after sweeping Desert Hills in good shape at 5-1.
Yeah.
So those are your 2 teams atop the Region 9 standings after tonight. Looks like Desert Hills is going to get their 3rd region win tonight, 16-0 last score report. And then, of course, Crimson and Hurricane battling, and that was a tight one all night long, Caden. And that one is still tied up 6-6. So that one's still going over at Crimson Cliffs right now with the Tigers and the Mustangs tied at 6 runs apiece.
So with some of those updates coming in, of course, you look at where the leaders in the region maybe lie, and of course Cedar's got to be one of those. Whether you look at the overall record and see that they're close to 500, or you look at the regional record and see that they're undefeated in region, you have to put their name in the conversation.
Yeah, I mean they played Dixie, swept them, played Hurricane, swept them, and then they get the first one against Pineview tonight. You play them as they come, and Coach Larson's really got to be pleased. This one wasn't pretty. The bullpen got stressed a little bit. And, 10-7, you'll think this game was a lot closer than maybe it was, because for a long time it looked like, Cedar was going to 10-run them there and was really in cruise control after 5 runs back in that first inning. But that grand slam by Porter Campbell highlight reel material for that young man, but just not enough there. It's just too big of a deficit to overcome. Tough when you're chasing, a 9-run deficit going to the 7th inning.
It is really tough, as you mentioned, tough indeed. But what a swing of the bat that was, though, for Campbell. And he had I'm just watching the replay here on our stream. He had his fellow teammates that were running the bases. They weren't even looking at the ball. So he had a couple of them that were just zooming him around the bases as quickly as they could. But once they saw that it was a home run, put the brakes on a little bit. But that was just a mentality of, hey, we got to score. I'm not worried about where that ball's landing. I'm looking at Coach. Coach is saying it's safe. He's telling me to run for it. Finally, hey, it's a home run. All right, we can trot this one out. Good run for Pineview there at the end.
Could be a Jimmy John's Highlight of the Week nominee next week.
I think so. I think it's a highlight nominee for sure.
So look at all the submissions, and if you're out there and you get the video camera rolling and you catch a local highlight, send it to us. Go to our website, thefansn.com, thefansn.com, and upload your videos, and we'll choose the best one every week. And if we choose your video, we're going to give you $100 in gift card to your local Jimmy John's. But this one owned by Cedar tonight, and I'm impressed with what I saw. This is a team that believes they can be the best in region. They were picked way down at the bottom of the Region 9 standings this year. They're playing with a little chip on their shoulder. And I was impressed with Macker tonight. Yeah. I thought Macker probably my Findlay Subaru star of the game. I 3 for 4 tonight with a home run.
I think you look at that, but I also think you look at our Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker play of the game as well, because this is what broke it open for Cedar. You can see it here as he just absolutely demolishes this baseball right over the left field wall. And I think that's got to be our Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker play of the game as well, because it's really the one that put the momentum into Cedar's hands.
Yeah, I mean, you give an honorable mention there to the Grand Slam. It's rare you get a Grand Slam, but when you lose 10-7, that's really what got things fired up. From that point on, they kept going. They'd already scored a couple runs in that first inning, and then that Mackert home run just added to it, and they were able to cruise to I don't know if it was a comfortable cruise, but they cruised to a 10-7 win.
Absolutely. It was definitely a cruise.
I don't know if they had the top down or not on the old Silver Surfer.
I like the idea, though. I think we go with Mackert as well for our Findlay Subaru star of the game. I'll give him that for sure. Let's look at our Jersey Mike sub of the game here as well. I think you can potentially say, is it Kean Carroll coming in relief at the very end to close it out? I mean, it was a rough final inning, so it's hard to give it to the pitching staff.
Bates. I kind of like Bates or Monutai kind of out of the bullpen, because you're down 5-0, and
that's how I feel too.
And so I like that pitching a little bit better there. Martin was a little erratic. He walked 5 guys. Carroll comes in, gives up a grand slam. So I would probably go Monutai on the back end. I thought he had good velo, good command. Got out of that 7th, got him that chance to try to mount that comeback. So I'd probably go with a Pineview player as our sub of the game tonight.
I like that. I like going with Monutai as our Jersey Mike's sub of the game. Make sure to hit up your local Jersey Mike's and get it Mike's way.
Sub above the rest.
So we have our Jersey Mike's sub of the game. We've talked about our play of the game, player of the game. Let's get on into just kind of some final thoughts here as we're getting ready to wrap this up, and look forward to some upcoming games here on the Fan.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've got Desert Hills, Crimson, or Snow Canyon, Dixie. Who do we have next Tuesday? I know we got games next Tuesday and Wednesday, so we got some really good ones coming. I mean, they just keep coming at you really fast and really furious. There's no off night.
Yeah, so next week, just so everyone knows our broadcast schedule, we are planning on Tuesday. We're going to be Dixie at Desert Hills.
Dixie Desert Hills.
And then we will also have Pineview again, as they're going to be taking on Snow Canyon on April 15th on Wednesday.
Yeah,
that's the plan
2 great
right
games. 2 meaningful games, kind of in the heart of April, in the middle of the Region 9 race. And look, I've always said for a long time, if you're a top 4 team in Region 9 at the end of the regular season, you're a top 4 favorite to win a state championship. I mean, I think that's Region 9 has earned that reputation. And hey, Cedar was not picked in the top 4, but they look like a top 4 team right now. I mean, as good as Snow Canyon looks, this is a really good Cedar team. They got to. I'm going to be really interested in watching their pitching moving forward. That's going to be interesting. But this team's gritty. They're grinders. They hit it well. They believe in each other. Coach Larson doing a heck of a job. And Pineview's got a talented team, too. You got some guys in the lineup maybe struggling a little bit that I think are going to start playing better and better. Obviously, Porter Campbell is a terrific player. We know Millen's capable. We know Cisneros can swing it, and he's a great backstop behind the dish. So I'm not in panic mode if I'm Pineview, but they do need to start rolling some wins together. It doesn't get easier for the Panthers either, and they'll need a bounce back in Cedar City next Wednesday. If they can get it, that would be huge.
Absolutely. Well, we'll see what they can do. We'll be giving you the updates on that. We'll be, of course, broadcasting that game, as we mentioned, the Dixie Desert Hills game. So we'll be talking about some of the scores and updates from across Region 9 when we do that broadcast. But, of course, for you fans traveling to Cedar City or in Cedar City already, watching the game, it's an early start. Usually 3 o'clock start out there on Tuesday for the rematch of this one. All right, 10-7. That's the final score on the Wilkinson's House Lighting scoreboard. The Reds get the win here at Pineview High School. And, again, we'll be back next week with more Region 9 baseball. It's your Boulevard Home game of the week here on a Friday night. For Michael and Tara running the production crew, Devin and myself, appreciate you joining us here on the Fan Sports Network. Have a good night, everybody.